This is the FLA Trash Talker Podcast with JG, Toby, Wally, and Keith. The following program is four guys talking shit about the happenings in the world. The show is meant to be comedic and informative. The opinions on this podcast is for entertainment purposes only and do not reflect the beliefs or opinions of the cast, their peers, friends, family, or co-workers. This show may contain strong and crude language for the sake of entertainment. If you are under 18, please get permission from your parents to watch and listen. If you are offended by the contents of this podcast, please do not watch or listen. You can follow us on YouTube and Instagram. Make sure to like, subscribe, and hit that notification button. Please do not sue us or fire us. And now, it's time for the show. What's going on, everybody? This is the FLA Trash Talker Podcast. Welcome to the show. We're live every Wednesday from 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. right here on YouTube. If you're watching live right now, thanks for hanging out with us. I'm JG. Lots to talk about in today's episode of the FLA Trash Talkers. What's going on, Toby?
Not much, man. Welcome to the show. I'm ready to talk some shit. We got plenty of shit to talk about today, so let's go ahead and do that.
Let's do it. What's going on, Wally?
Not much, man. Looking forward to the show. It's a crazy fucking world right now we're living in. So
it sure is. What's going on, Keith?
Nothing much. Hey, what's up? Happy Wednesday, everybody. Hump day. I'm just a Dolphin fan in search of a win.
We all are. We all are. All right, boys, you can check out all of our shows on YouTube by searching for the FLA Trash Talkers on YouTube. Make sure to like, subscribe, hit that notification button, and tell a friend. You can chime in on tonight's show by chatting with us in real time on YouTube. Now, let's get this show started. I got a little bone to pick, boys. Got a little bone to pick. I'm a little aggravated. I got a HOA violation. Has anybody ever had an HOA violation before?
Sure.
No,
anybody live in an HOA?
I don't ever want to live in an HOA. Never have. Well, no, I'll take that back. I did when I first got out of high school, and they fucking told me I had to paint my fucking garage door and some shit. It's like, fuck you.
Yeah, so check out this violation. I live in a community here with an HOA, and they gave me a notice. This is a final notice. I got the letter on September 11th. Let me rephrase that. The date of the letter is September 11th. I received it in the mail on yesterday, which is the 23rd. They told me I had 30 days to repair the problem. That's not 30 days. That doesn't give me 30 days. It only gives me 18 days to fix the problem, right? So that's very aggravating. The other part that's aggravating about this is that they told me I have 5 days from the date of the letter to dispute this thing. That would be September 18th. How am I supposed to dispute it now?
Dispute. You got to dispute the dispute.
I know I got to dispute the dispute. They said if I don't get this fixed, I have to pay $100 a day, up to $2,500 a day for non-compliance, and possible legal action, even up to the point of liens or a possible foreclosure to the house if I don't get the problem fixed. So here's the problem. Behind my house, I have a bike path. I didn't know that bike path belonged to me because it's not inside the property. It's not inside my fence line. All right. I don't pay taxes on that bike path, but there's a crack on that bike path. And now they're telling me that it's my responsibility to fix it. $1,500 is the quote that I've gotten to fix that stupid bike path. I have to have the whole slab removed and put back in. I think it's ridiculous. So then I go and check the bylaws, and then it says in the bylaws that it is my responsibility. I said, how can something like that be my responsibility? I don't own the property. So I looked up all the ordinance here in Central Florida, find out that the area that I live in is not covered by the public works or the county. It is maintained by the residents, even though it's not part of the my property.
Is the bike path considered easement?
Yes.
That's why.
But how frustrating is that? That it's not even my property. Not even my property. Why would it? That is so frustrating. I just want to. That's been my week this week, dealing with these people and getting quotes on concrete. Do you know how expensive concrete? Hey, Toby, don't you do concrete or something like that? No,
I don't do none of that shit.
No, you do roof. Damn it!
Oh, I ain't none of that shit.
Yeah, but you got to know somebody.
Man,
you're in the business, aren't you?
When you bought your little bougie ass house in front of a fucking bougie ass little bike path,
right?
You should have read that contract real quick before you signed your name.
I probably should have read the contract.
And this is your penalty.
And I'm not going to say what bike path it is, but that is one bougie ass bike path too.
Bougie as fuck.
It's not that bougie. It's not that bougie.
Ride
It's
through
just
that motherfucker in April. It looks like the Masters. There's azaleas and shit flying by on the bike. Like,
that motherfucker is bougie, dog.
well, it's still. Why is it my responsibility to have to fix it? I don't get it.
It damn near come to my house.
No, it doesn't go that far, does it?
Shit, yes.
Well, I'm gonna. You know what? I'm gonna test it one day and get on my bike and ride it. But I guess I learned a lesson. Read the bylaws, right? Read. If I ever move from here, read the bylaws. Read what I'm responsible for, because I now have to pay $1,500, maybe even more, to have a slab, just one little slab of this bike path removed and the new piece put in. That is very, very, very aggravating and frustrating. All right, I feel better now. I got that off my chest. Now we can move on with the show.
Wait, before we move on, it's like that's why I actually wasn't part of the easement. I got a couple things I can help you with this, brother, because I just do it about what the HOA say, but when shit get out of hand, I know how to fight it too. So it's the easement. So you ain't gonna beat that, because if that's considered easement is your responsibility. Like, I have a sidewalk in front of my house. I don't live in a bougie neighborhood, so I don't have a bike path behind my house, but I have a sidewalk in front of my house. And if the sidewalk crack at any moment, I have to fix that. That's in. I know that's in my HOA. I have to fix that and the grass in between the sidewalk and the street.
But if the sidewalk breaks, are you responsible for that sidewalk?
Mm-hmm. Because it's in front of my house.
All right. Well, but that's still part of your property, isn't it? Right? Or is that the county? They fall into county property.
I don't own that shit. That's city to varies, but they still say because that's considered easement, I'm responsible for the upkeep.
Well, I just found out. My wife just texted me. She's listening to the show right now. She just texted me that we never received a copy of the bylaws when we moved in here. We didn't get an orientation package. The HOA didn't even come and shake our hand. Didn't even knock on the door and say, "Hey, welcome to the neighborhood." So how was I supposed to know?
Where's your HOA office at? Is it local? Can't be local if they sent it on the what you said on the 4th and it's just got it.
So what I found out, it used to be a local HOA, and now they moved to this network called HOA Life, which a lot of HOAs are moving to, and it's corporate business. So instead of having that old man, the president of the HOA, walking around taking pictures, aggravating everybody, now they have a team of people doing it. They have a team of people that's scouting the area.
Where was it mailed from?
It was mailed from, let's see here. It was mailed from here locally in Central Florida, right here in or Longwood.
Them bastards gave it to the old man to deliver. There's no way they put it in the mail 2 weeks ago and it just got there.
That's what I'm saying. I don't know what's happened here. Even at the post, the stamp on the envelope said it was mailed out on the 11th of September. How am I supposed to get anything fixed in 30 days?
Okay, that's where you start. You start right there. Let them know you just received it. You just received it, and the time the 5 days that it take you to dispute it had already lapsed before you got it.
So a couple weeks ago, we talked about ChatGPT, right? So I had to use ChatGPT to write them an email. And man, I'll tell you what, ChatGPT made me sound like I am the smartest guy in the world disputing this thing here.
They didn't know you, huh?
No, they didn't know. They didn't know. But I put this into ChatGPT, my email. The email was pretty much they can go pound sand. But you know what? This email turned into the nicest, most professional email in the world. So I'm waiting for a response. Haven't heard back from them. Quick to charge me and make me change the bike path, but they don't want to answer my email. All right, now that I got that out of the way, I got that off my chest, I feel good venting off to my boys here. We got to move on to something a little serious here that happened this morning. I think we all know about it. It's we had a shooting today down in Dallas, Texas. Had a sniper shooting into an ICE facility. That happened this morning.
Good morning. I'm Savannah Sellers, and we're coming on the air with breaking news. Officials are set to update on this morning's deadly shooting at an ICE facility in Dallas. It comes after a shooter opened fire near that facility, killing 2 people, injuring a third, and all of those victims are ICE detainees, according to an ICE spokesperson. We have NBC's Jay Gray. He is in Dallas on the ground. Jay, what's the latest that you're hearing here as we await this press conference?
Yes, Savannah, still multiple federal agencies on the ground, as well as Dallas police. As you talk about, we're waiting to hear not only from the chief of police, but the mayor of Dallas. Just a few short steps away. They're expected to walk to the podium at any point.
So basically what happened is that what we know is that there was a sniper shooting into a Dallas ICE facility. 3 detainees, not even ICE agents, were shot. Three detainees were shot. 2 people are dead. 1 is in critical condition.
That's only by luck
What's that?
that none of the ICE officers were shot. But go ahead. Sorry.
Yeah. I mean, he was just firing bullets into the building and into a van.
It was an unmarked van, and I believe it had no windows. So the guy that ultimately killed these detainees probably was not aiming for detainees.
They were not.
It looks pretty clear that he was aiming for ICE people, thinking the van was loaded up with a wagon full of ICE boys, and he unfortunately hit the target that he was. And I'm going to put this in quotes because I don't agree with it at all, but he hit the target he was trying to protect with his actions.
That's exactly exactly right. The suspect was found dead with a self-inflicted gunshot wound. Has been identified as Joshua Jan. One of the bullets found near contained messages. They did the same thing kind of in the Charlie Kirk thing. They inscribed messages onto the casings. It said here, ICE or anti-ICE in the nature. That's what it was. It was kind of anti-ICE natured messages on the casings. Shooters fired multiple rounds, and the motive behind the shooting or shooters is not immediate clear as of yet. So, once again, we have a lot of news happening since, what was it? We start off with before we get to this, I bet that Philly's Karen probably feels better. She's way out of the limelight now with everything that's happened. But
nobody's talking about her no more. I can assure you.
Nobody's talking about her anymore. But we started off with her. Then there was something in between. Now we had Charlie Kirk. Then we had Jimmy Kimmel. And now we have this situation. A lot of news happening really fast. What's going on around here? What's happening in America?
I think we've got a country full of mentally unwell people all the way around. And I'm getting tired of everybody being so fast. The immediate motive for everybody that sees this shit now, who did it, them or us? Was it their guy or our guy?
Yeah.
That shit's fucking annoying.
Who's more crazy?
Shit.
Who's more crazy? Is it right or the left?
Trust me, give it the whole year, and the scorecard probably won't be that far off. Lately, unfortunately, Team Liberal's taken some big L's the last few weeks.
That's crazy. So you see Republican governors and congressmen talking about going to the streets and fighting and killing people and things like that. Like I haven't seen anybody on the right hand side, even after what happened with Charlie. None of them was like, we got to go to the streets and we got to fight and riot and destroy things, and it hasn't happened. Where's the rhetoric coming from? It's coming from the left, dog. And there's so many videos.
100%.
A large portion of it certainly is.
From government people in power, people that are in Congress, people that have the power, and they are out there talking about fighting, calling people Hitlers, and it goes all the way back to when Hillary Clinton was running and calling us desperables or whatever the fuck she said. Like it's just been going on from the left for years and years.
Well, they 100% were very, very, very aggressive over the last few months about the ICE thing. They were real aggressive about going after these ICE agents. And you remember the video of the guy in the street throwing that fucking block or whatever at that ICE ride that was flying by. They ended up getting his ass too. But this isn't the first incident either. There was a few weeks back, they arrested 7 or 8 people that were about to attack an ICE agency.
You saw what happened in California a couple months ago, man, and they saw a guy running from the scene with a gun in his hand shooting at people.
Let's talk about California.
Shooting at ICE agents and stuff. Like,
I'm not saying that this is correct. This right. Either behavior. This behavior is fucking insane. Let's just put that out there. Whether left, right, in the middle, whatever. This behavior is insane. But it goes both ways. I remember about 3, 4, 5 years ago, motherfucker broke into Nancy Pelosi's house and tried to kill a woman. beat the shit out of her husband with a hammer.
Yeah.
That wasn't the left. That he didn't like nothing that she stood for because she was a Democrat. You know, I remember when January 6th, it was a huge group of people looking just for Nancy Pelosi. You know, if I can remember, the chant was, Nancy, where you at? You know, I guarantee you nobody in January 6th was left. I bet my last diamond savings, nobody in January 6th was left. And that shit made history books.
Well, I mean,
so we got to get off the politician. Just say that we got to get off the politics blame and stand, because I know that's what media wants you to blame. All depends on which way you watch TV is what you want to. They pointing fingers. They pointing is the media.
There's so many videos out there.
People fucked up across the board though, dog. You don't agree?
Oh, without a doubt.
I think part of it depends on who's in power for where you get the most weirdos doing the most weird shit, right? Because you've got Trump in power now. So right now it seems like you're getting some more left charged radical weirdos. But I feel like
because when Biden was office, they were happy, so you didn't get those charges. You didn't have people speaking out and talking about violence and stuff. They had Biden in charge, who wasn't even in charge. There was somebody else running shit when Biden was office. So I mean, so Trump is in office, and then Trump is a Hitler, and he's trying to send troops into cities to take over the next election, and it's just you can't. We have to come together, man. I've been saying this the whole time, but man, when the left is speaking, and saying the things that they're saying,
right,
it charges mentally ill people to go out and do stupid shit.
But let me throw something at you real quick. When was the last time the world was this wild in America? It was in the 60s. I can answer it for you. It was a rhetorical question. In the 60s was a fucking wild time where all these assassination crazy situations were going on, right? You had Martin Luther King, you had MLK, you had RFK, you had JFK, you had all them big time dudes getting shot. In the years after that, I mean, I think we all know pretty much all four of those were at least government sanctioned assassinations. So
every one of them.
I guess the question that I would like to ask everybody is, do you think all of this shit is kind of the same? Or are we really in a time where people are just on their own deciding, I'm going to go start assassinating motherfuckers? Is that where we are? Or is it more government sanctioned shit like we saw in the 60s?
I think it's more. I think it's more mentally ill people that are hearing these messages now, these days, because of social media, that now just feel like they need to act on them. Where back in the 60s, it was probably a government hit, and it was government people behind it setting everything up,
manipulating the minds of the James Earl Rays and all them cats is what you're saying.
Yeah, I mean, but back then it had to be more of an inside government job. Now the government just spews out a bunch of shit, and then you have these mentally ill people that sit there and fucking listen to it. Once again, man, it goes back to 2020, dude. Since 2020, this world's been this country's been chaotic, and it starts with the messaging, and then it hypnotizes or whatever the fuck it does to them, and they just feel like that. Okay, this is what I'm supposed to go out there and fucking do.
It goes back to what we were talking about a couple weeks ago, where it's just another form of radicalizing. Before 9/11, we had those guys coming over here. I'm trying to think of what the politically correct way to say it. They were coming over here, or they were doing stuff online and radicalizing us. And now that's kind of gone away. And now we're radicalizing ourselves one way or another, whether it's to the right or to the left. And people are not smart enough to make their own decision. They're not smart enough to go out there and say, let me do some research. They hear what the left says, and they hear what the right say, and they fall or are brainwashed into whatever it is that they're saying.
To Wally's point, though, as a side note to that, and I brought up the assassinations in the 60s, do you think maybe that this fact that they don't stop using that rhetoric is part of it? Like, it almost tells you maybe they are trying to get these results, right? In my mind, I kind of see them just, if you keep broadcasting that shit over and over again, you're going to get your crazy people to go get a gun and do something for you, right?
Yeah,
I would think so. Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
I mean, JD Vance earlier and after the shooting, he did a speech, and in his speech, he says, you know, the crazy people aren't on just one side. It's not just the left. It's not the right. It's on both sides. Unfortunately, the left have been showing their hand more than the right, you know, recently. That's what it is. I mean, there's 330 million people in this country. You're to say that there's only, you know, a small population of them that are crazy. It's everybody. It's everybody, and it's how far are you going to go? That's what it is. How much are you brainwashed, and are you going to act on fake news and half-assed news, and not doing your research and not knowing what it is that you're actually acting on? You know, that's what it boils down to.
I don't think the human mind is built to be able to sustain constant waves of information from the time you wake up until the time you go to sleep. So when you have someone who's already unstable and they're hearing over and over again, Trump's Hitler, ISIS is Gestapo, and you hear it 100 fucking times in a day, eventually you're gonna
you get programmed.
Yeah, you get I mean, if you're going to demonize something, or you're going to take the humanity away from something, ICE, Trump, Joe Biden, Nancy Pelosi, whoever it is, when you demonize people and you just continue over and over and over and over again, I agree with you 100%. You're demonizing them, and you're taking the human out of them.
What movie is that? The Manchurian candidate or something?
Candidate? Oh, yeah.
Yeah, same shit. That's exactly what they did. They just kept repeating the same thing.
Prentice Shaw.
Yeah. And that's why I'm telling you, I'll be honest with you. I shut the news down. Sometimes I go 2-3 days without watching the news. I knew nothing about this shooting at the ICE place until you guys said it earlier on our group text. Because I shut off all alerts, because sometimes I just don't want to hear it, you know?
That's
not a bad idea.
Though. That's good mental management.
Yeah, it's not a bad idea. I mean, I kind of want to know what's going on in the world, but that's actually probably not a bad thing. I think social media plays a big effect in this, as Wally said. I think a lot of people got brainwashed in 2020 through social media because people had nothing to do. And now, we talked about it last week. Social media, there's over 500 hours a minute posted onto social media. How do you filter through all that and find the real that's going on?
And a lot of that
people are posting fake.
At least 50% of that shit is bots.
There's bots. Yeah, I'm not arguing that. But when you have 500 hours of content being posted every minute of every day, how do you filter that? How do you manage that? Who is looking at that stuff and going, all right, this is real, this is fake, this is a bot, this is fake news, this is real? How do you control that? How do you control that?
One step further too, and then the people we were just talking about that are getting just barraged with that information that they can't handle all day. Now they're on their Twitter app and they're talking to a bot, and the bot is validating their feelings.
Oh my God!
You're talking about ChatGPT or something like that.
Well, the bot is validating the fact that you feel this mad about it, and they're like, "Man, the bot's just back. Like, I wish someone would go kill those fucking ICE agents." And you're like, "You know what? I'm the
I do it.
Job.
Like, I can do it."
Well, yeah, and then the bot, but
just like that, you created a mass murderer.
And then the bot will also agree with you if you have the feelings of something else. If you say, "Man, I don't like Trump," or "I don't like exactly what you're saying. I don't like Joe Biden," and now all of a sudden that bot's going to agree with you and put crap in your head. Yeah. Again, it's a form of brainwashing. So who's doing this? Who's filtering this? Why is this allowed? Is this? I mean, does this bring us into? Is that part of freedom of speech? Like, we're allowed to put this stuff on social media and brainwash our kids and brainwash. Not even kids, adults, because adults are falling for this nonsense too.
That's a good question.
I talked about it last week, man. We've been infiltrated by a certain another country, and they're trying to destroy us from within, man. And that country actually has the technology and the abilities to pull something like this off.
Well, there's two, and the two big. Well, I should say there's probably four bot farming countries. You've got China, Russia, Iran. Those are three major big ones. Probably North Korea.
Did you hear about? I want to say it's China. Did you? I'm 99% sure it's China. I heard this morning. Now, I do watch the world news for about 20 minutes every morning as I'm getting dressed at 3 o'clock in the morning. But did you hear about China had like a whole building or a whole room full of shit where they can intercept cell phones close to the United Nations? And FBI found it yesterday.
Didn't see it, but I believe it.
I don't know. I mean,
Well,
it's just
China. Who builds our phones?
China.
Who builds our phones?
China.
We got our phones from where?
Every one of us are iPhone guys, so I think it's China.
Yeah.
It's kind of funny how all of our phones are made by the country that is out to destroy us.
Mm-hmm.
So who knows what the fuck technology they're putting in this phone to listen to what we're doing, what's happening, things like that, man. Like,
and they making the best camera, so who knows what they're watching.
And then you take it to, like I said last week, man, or week before, they have infiltrated us through colleges, through the government. They have a message that they are trying to send through the media. They use the media to do it, to fight from within, to destroy us from within, because they know they can't come through the borders. They know every American, damn near 70% of Americans probably have a gun in their house, right? So if they come here to try to, fight us, on our land, uh, they're going to have a fight with our military plus, the residents that live here. So what's the best way of doing that? What's the best way of destroying us is destroy us by this political bullshit and divide us and fight amongst each other and fucking assassinate each other.
Yeah. And they get through us by social media and fake news and bots. They brainwash our kids. Have you had a conversation with a teenager lately? They don't know what's going on. They believe half the crap that we're talking against right now. The stuff that we're saying is fake, or the things that are brainwashing these people into believing what's real. These kids believe that. So what are these kids going to grow into?
Well, it all goes back to public education and colleges and things like that, and what's actually being taught in our schools.
Well, I don't want to talk about
within our education system right now. So
yeah, well,
yes,
things are not going very well in our public education system. I'll tell you that right now. There are a lot of things that shouldn't be allowed. That's what I'm going to say about that.
Well, once again, it's to dumb us down, because if you take each generation that gets dumber and dumber, the other generations eventually die out, and then those younger generations move up to start being the people that you rely on to run the country and do things.
Mm-hmm.
And then if you've already brainwashed them from when they're younger, and when they get older, that's just the mentality that they have, and that's what they believe in. And then now, where are you at as far as the country?
Falling apart. That's where we're at. So I want to go back to that freedom of speech question that I had here. I know this is a topic that is near and dear to Keith's heart, but is posting fake news on social media, is that a form of freedom of speech? Is that a violation when they're brainwashing us?
That's a hell of a question, because I never thought about it like that. But is that freedom of speech because freedom of speech is what we're doing right now. We can say what the heck we want to say, good, bad, and indifferent, true or false. But is the same rules apply online? I never thought about that.
I don't know. I mean, it's got to be. I mean, because I would say a movie would be freedom of speech, because otherwise we wouldn't have half the movies we're putting out there, right? It's a form of entertainment, and we're doing that through our First Amendment right, freedom of speech.
They took porn away. I don't know.
Well,
that's
First Amendment right. They're not saying anything. They're just making noises.
You need a VPN, brother. You can get it back. You just need a VPN. You didn't hear that from me.
Oh, Infinity offers VPN, so change your carrier to Infinity. Sponsorship, Infinity. Sponsorship, please.
But no. Look, man. Yeah, freedom of speech, man. Everybody has the right to say what they want to say, man. The whole Jimmy Kimmel thing. I think that's what we're leading into, man.
Yeah.
Should he have been taken off?
A little more than Jimmy Kimmel.
It is. It is. I mean,
Okay.
JD Vance he said it in his speech today. I mean, we're being killed for our own freedom of speech. We're going out there and saying what we want to say, and now we're being killed for it. You know, so is our freedom of speech, the First Amendment, being taken away from us?
Yeah, let's
By
go back
whoever.
to
By whoever.
yeah.
Doesn't matter. I'm not talking about politics, extreme left, extreme right, Republican. Is it being taken away from us?
Keith, give me what you got. I know he's loaded up right now. Shoot
I know.
that.
Let's go for it.
No, I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. I'm gonna be good.
I'm gonna
be
sit.
good.
I'm gonna sit. I'll tell you what. I'll sit back and
I'm gonna
relax.
be good.
Let me pop this chair back, and I'll sit down. And
Exactly 14 days ago, the four of us said in agreement. We all agreed that the guy who killed Charlie Kirk was an asshole to the 10th power, right? Because whether you like what Charlie Kirk was saying, whether you disagree with Charlie Kirk was saying, it was his American right to say what he was saying, right? We all agreed that, right?
yes,
You know, and I still stick to that. I stick to that. But here, the aftermath of that is all type of people that's getting penalized for saying what's on their freaking mind. You know, like I said, Jimmy Kimmel, that's just one example. And Jimmy Kimmel's was kind of, if you hear the president or whoever the hell is the name of the FCC, this dude basically told ABC, you're going to take him off or suffer the consequences. You know, he was sent to hit. He was a hitman. He was sent. He was assigned that task.
Yeah, and the problem is there is a distinction of you having freedom of speech, and then there are other things like you can say whatever you want, but you also have to deal with consequences. Now, those consequences are not supposed to come from the very government that is
I agree
supposed
with
to
that
be
100%.
enforcing the First Amendment. And I think
government-
that's where Keith's really at, and that's where I'm
yeah.
at.
I agree.
Okay, wait a
Regardless
second.
if you like, if,
Wait a
whether
second, hold
you
on,
like
hold on.
Trump,
everybody that
wait, let me finish this. Whether you like Trump or you like anybody else, it doesn't matter what it is politically. If our government is going to regulate what we're allowed to say on air, what we're doing right now,
What makes us better than Cuba?
yeah, I mean that's
Hold
what they
on.
did to Jimmy Kimmel. Whether you like Jimmy Kimmel or not, I'm not a fan of Jimmy Kimmel. I'm not. But are you going to kick him off air because he said something that I didn't like?
Wait a second.
Change the channel.
So hold on. So you're telling me this is the first time the FCC has stepped in and pulled somebody off the air because of what they said?
No, it's not. Roseanne
Because
Barr.
I tell you, I
I don't
remember
even
listening
think
to
that was
Howard
the FCC
Stern.
though. I think ABC just straight up fired her.
Well,
I'd have to research that, but
So
Yeah,
that's
I don't
what
think that was FCC. That was I'm like Toby. That was ABC. I think ABC was looking for a
well,
reason
she's
to
bitter.
fire.
She's very upset
okay,
because
so
she's
wait a
all
second.
over.
So
She's
what are we
all
talking
over the
about?
place
we talking
saying
about the
that
government,
she's.
or are we talking about ABC? Was ABC did not like the comments that which he worked for,
And
did
they
not like the-
suspended him for that, but
Okay.
they let him back on the air because he served
but
his little
so-
sentence, in my opinion.
But the original conversation is you're saying that the government stepped in and is the one that pulled him.
because the
government did
government
step
certainly
in.
did influence in this instance. Like they
They
literally
did. Trump
like,
is
he-
Trump.
Okay.
Trump is on record saying
Trump
it.
went on to say he's
Okay,
going
wait
to
a second,
sue
hold on.
ABC for putting
When
Kimmel
Janet
back
Jackson
on.
flashed her titties at the fucking Super Bowl.
Well, that's what started this
You
whole
cannot
problem.
s-
Now
Oh no.
that's
You
what started
cannot
the
tell
whole.
me that the FCC did not step in and start censoring
They
fucking
did.
shit that went on the goddamn TV and on the fucking radios.
But
Because that's why Howard Stern.
what does that have
that's
to
what-
do with the price of tea in China? Like
What are you talking about?
What are you
Because
saying?
she showed her titties. She wasn't talking. It's not
But
freedom.
all
You're
I'm
not
sitting
supposed
there
to
saying
show a fucking titty on the TV. That's known.
She- Okay, but all I'm sitting there saying is you can't sit there and say that all of a sudden because of what Jimmy Kimmel said that the government's getting involved and they're trying to pull him off the TV and
But,
take away his
Wally,
his
you're
First
going
Amendment
down
rights.
a path that's on the
when-
side that's leading to nowhere because the point that's really Trump influenced based on something that he didn't like that was said. That is the government's not supposed to do that.
And exactly
That's the point that we're trying to make here.
If you wanna
Regardless
do
of what
that
you
as
like.
an employer, they can fire you for something you said, but the government's not supposed to call them up and say, "Hey, y'all should really be firing that motherfucker."
2 days. I want to say 2 days after Jimmy Kimmel was let go allegedly last week. Trump is on record saying, and I heard it all the weekend. I had to turn the fucking TV off. That he's going to fire back at everybody because Pam Bundy, he sent Pam Bundy to say all this dumb shit. Anybody that says anything against Trump in a negative way, he's targeting them. He said it.
Trump is also said he's going to sue ABC for allowing that loser back on the air. I'm looking for his tweet here.
That's the part
Trump.
that we can't be standing for that shit right there, dog.
Trump
the government's
says here,
not doing that.
Trump says here on X, I can't believe ABC fake news gave Jimmy Kimmel his job back. The White House was told by ABC that his show was canceled. Something happened between then and now because his audience is gone. His talent was never there. Why? Why would they want someone back who does so poorly, not funny, and puts the network in jeopardy by playing 99% positive Democrat garbage? He is yet another armed DNC, and to the best of my knowledge, that would be a major illegal campaign contribution. I think we're going to test ABC out on this. Let's see how we do. The last time I went after them, they gave me $16 million. This one sounds even more ludicrous. A true bunch of losers. Let Jimmy Kimmel rot in his bad ratings. So once again, he's.
What did he say in that statement? What did he say? He said ABC told the White House, which means that they were fucking talking to him about it. Like,
why would ABC have any need to tell? So when they remove my favorite show off TV, do they need to go and announce that to the White House? Do they? So why would ABC have to go and tell?
Standards and regulations, and that goes back to Jay's titty thing. You're not allowed to put a titty on the TV. It has to be on cable channels after 10 o'clock.
Yep, anymore.
But like all of those are just FCC rules and standards that are already written. That's governed. That's the way it is. But that's what Howard Stern was fighting back when he was cool for years and years before he.
Yeah, he's a has-been. He's a washed up. Who cares?
The government is not supposed to go on and tell you what opinions you're allowed to have on a TV station. That's
at all, or a radio station.
What the First Amendment literally is.
The only thing they can tell you what to do is, unfortunately, we're on a different platform, so we have a little bit more flexibility. But you can't curse, you can't show nudity. Outside of that, they can't tell you what you can and can't do. Nobody can.
Yeah, that's
regardless of what you agree. So Jimmy Kimmel returns back live, and he kind of breaks down on the show. I don't know if you guys saw it or not, but he had the most watched monologue in his entire career.
But I do want to make something clear because it's important to me as a human, and that is, you understand that it was never my intention to make light of the murder of a young man. I don't think there's anything funny about it. I posted a message on Instagram on the day he was killed, sending love to his family and asking for compassion, and I meant it, and I still do. Nor was it my intention to blame any specific group for the actions of what it was obviously a deeply disturbed individual. That was really the opposite of the point I was trying to make, but I understand that to some that felt either ill-timed or unclear, or maybe both. And for those who think I did point a finger, I get why you're upset. If the situation was reversed, there's a good chance I'd have felt the same way. I have many friends and family members on the other side who I love and remain close to, even though we don't agree on politics at all. I don't think the murderer who shot Charlie Kirk represents anyone. This was a sick person who believed violence was a solution, and it isn't.
So he had the most views. So the question I brought up to Wally when we were talking offline, this might be a little controversial, but was this a hoax? It's kind of spinning around. Was it a hoax to get ratings for Jimmy Kimmel because he was tanking in the ratings department? Let's suspend him.
I haven't done the homework to see was he tanking. I'm not a Jimmy Kimmel fan. And
I'm not either.
Unfortunately,
I don't think it's funny.
Well, not even that. Unfortunately, because of my occupation, I'm a no late night fan. I haven't watched a late night show in forever because I go to bed too early, even on the weekends.
Yeah, me too. But I mean, could it be a hoax or is this legit? Did he say something that aggravated the FCC? He made some negotiation and they brought him back? Because the show was canceled indefinitely. And then 2 days later, they brought him back.
Who knows, man? Who really knows what the motives of what TV stations or the media does, man?
Lost you, Wally. You muted yourself if you were talking there.
I mean, the media has control. Who knows what is real and not real anymore, man? Who knows the reasons why anything happens? How do you know that, Donald Trump comes from the entertainment business You know, he grew up in it. How
You're
do you
fired.
know? Ain't none of this. If all of this is just a theatrical, you know, theater, just playing in real life. You know, just a real live TV show. I mean, who the fuck knows, man? I mean, I can't say, man. I just whatever, man.
I mean, I agree. I mean, there's
I'm so
rumors.
I'm tired. I'm just sick of it. If I could have had the opportunity to move to some fucking island somewhere in the Caribbean and get away from all this stupid bullshit, I'd fucking do it because it's getting ridiculous anymore, man. Because you really don't know what's real, what's not real. You don't know what's truth, what's false. You don't know the motives behind everybody's decisions. You got lunatics out here fucking shooting at ICE officers. You got, you know, governors of California talking about demasking ICE agents. It's just this whole fucking country is so fucked up, man. Like who the fuck knows, man?
I mean, there's no doubt that Gavin Newsom is one of those people that definitely had a lot to say about that ICE shit. I mean, look, man, we live in a time in our history of our country where people are throwing a shit fit because we're trying to deport the people that don't actually belong here because they snuck into the country and they're kind of fucking up our resource situation a little bit. So in that kind of a world, man, where people are pissed off about that, I mean, I guess keep your head on a swivel. I mean, what do we say?
It's hard to tell. It's hard to tell. I mean, there's rumors that say that politicians, they will argue and create this hate, but then outside behind closed doors, they're best friends. They hang out with each other. They have their cocktails afterwards, and they have their conversations and behind closed doors. But in public, on the world stage, they cause us chaos. That's a theory. That's a theory that happens.
That's a fact. That's a fact.
Talking to some friends of mine that worked for Marco Rubio and worked for DeSantis when he was well before he was the governor. These are just things that my friends of mine have talked to me about, that they see this stuff.
Well, they have to, but that's the thing, man. We have a split, right? So one party believes one thing, one side believes the other thing, and no matter what happens, because they're on this side, they have to agree with what's going on or go against the other side. And sometimes when I hear some of these people in government speak, I really wonder if they actually really believe the shit that they're saying, or is it just they're just saying it because they feel like they have to, and they have to speak about certain things because it's part of whatever party they're a part of. Like it could, because some of the stuff, man, that some of these people in Congress say, I'm like, are you that fucking stupid?
Hey, but you gotta look at it though. Look at it though.
You can't believe it, what you're actually saying.
That is a good gig. Especially that is a damn good gig. You get on Congress or a certain level of politics. Free health insurance.
Well, let's have to talk about they get paid $500,000 a year.
Yeah, I'm telling you, that is a hell of a gig. So they'll put on whatever show, they will put on a show to keep it going.
They will.
I have one extra little point on that's really gonna pop Wally's weasel a little bit. But
all right, let's hear this.
Pop goes the weasel. Does the weasel go pop?
Yeah. Man, I gotta say it. Like, and this is one of my beefs. It's always been my beef with Trump, is that he attacks things in such a way that he makes it worse than it has to be. Like when it comes to the ICE stuff, or it comes to any of this stuff, he does it in such a way that it's hard to make it palatable for the masses. Like he does it like it's a big theatrical TV show, like you just said. And instead of being like, yo, dog, we are getting rid of the people that don't belong here, but we're not even going to go about it in a polite, reasonable way. We're going to do it in such a shit show that
dude went to court because he was being sued by the other side because of stupid shit. He actually had to go to court to fight. So he's being attacked, dude, as a human being. You're not going to sit there and not want to have to. You don't feel like. I mean, even at Charlie.
I feel like when your responsibility is the entire well-being of the United States, there might be better tactics at times.
I'm not going to argue with that.
That
goes for any. That goes for any president. Not just Trump. That goes for any president. So,
I'm talking about Trump, because Trump. I'll be honest with you. Trump he's unique. He's very unique in his antics. If Trump don't like you, if you don't support him, if you don't lick his left ass cheek, He talks shit about you. He talk cash money about you, but he do not want you to retaliate.
I mean, I'm not saying it's the whole problem, Wally. I'm saying it's a little part of it that does exist.
But you put on record what this is. September 24th.
That man's been attacked. That man's been shot at. That man's had to go to court to fight for his name because he wanted to be the president. You don't think as a human being. You wouldn't have that kind of same fight in yourself.
Hold on, Wally. I'm finna support Trump a little bit. Mark this shit down. 646, 924.
I'm timestamping this. Okay, this is gonna be our next promo. Keith supports Donald J. Trump.
You know, you're right. That's why he retaliate. But Trump's been like this my entire life. Everything I've ever known about Trump, he's been very outspoken, say what the fuck he want to say when he want to say it. So what make him think just because he's the leader of the free world? Well, the most powerful man in the world.
But sometimes I'm not going to sit there and sit here and say I totally agree with everything that comes out of his mouth. I mean, yes, there is sometimes he needs to kind of hold back and kind of say it a certain way so it doesn't come off so blunt. But as a person like me, I like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I like that he just comes out and as bluntly says shit the way that he feels and how he wants things done. And I think his supporters feel that way too, because a true politician is always sugarcoating everything, and they're always spinning it a certain way, or they're always leaving certain things out. Where Trump is just, he even came out during Charlie Kirk's memorial and says he doesn't like the other side. Now, Charlie Kirk stands for, being able to talk to, the other side, have conversations, agree to disagree. He cares about, those people too. And Trump came out and said, I don't like those people. And he even apologized to Charlie Kirk's wife.
This damn conversation got Keith all worked up. He had to go get his Jack Daniels. He literally left and got Jack Daniels. This conversation got him so worked up.
This is actually Ron Centerio, straight out of the island of Costa Rica.
Excuse me, my bad.
Costa Rica, yes.
I didn't hear Trump say, we got to go out and we got to attack the left. We got to go out and we got to go out and fight. We got to go out. He just said he hates them. That's all he said.
Did say just like the last couple of Democratic presidents, basically straight up said, I don't like half of my country. That's a tough.
He has said go take back what's ours before. He has said that before in an open stage before. He said it.
That could enrage people. That could enrage people when you say that I hate the other side. That can enrage those people. Just like if a Democratic president would say that about the Democrats.
You still haven't saw the Republicans. Still haven't seen one riot out after what's been happening in the last couple of weeks. The right hasn't gone out and rioting. We haven't gone out and destroyed cities. We haven't gone out and caused violence within communities. I don't know, man. It's a fucked up situation we're in, man. And like I said, man, and I think
just gotta hope
all this rhetoric comes in from within, man. And there's other strings that's being pulled that's causing all this shit to happen, man.
Well, nobody pulled any string for him to say I hate half of the country that I represent. He pulled that string on his own.
Okay, so running out of time here,
all
guys.
The bullshit that he's had to deal with from that side is the reason why he's saying what he's saying. So who's pulling that fucking string?
All right, guys, we're running out of time here, but I do have something I want to go. Is protest a form of freedom of speech?
100%.
Is protest?
That's right, what the person is protecting, that ability to protest.
I have a very interesting story here that I would like to bring up with you guys. A parent in Springfield, Oregon, is voicing their concern after an incident involving a mathematics teacher's protesting in front of the school. protesting in front of the school. According to the interview with Rick Dancer, he's the journalist at the newspaper there, the parent said that she dropped her daughter off at school on Wednesday morning when the student observed her math teacher across the street, topless, protesting topless, with the words anti-racist written across her chest and across her stomach. The students are reporting. The students reportedly reacted by saying, "Gross, that's my teacher," before heading into class. The mother later described the situation as awkward. Now, this protest, she did not lose her job at all.
Well, you know what it should have said on her chest was Antifa. I'm just saying.
Bro, let me ask you a question. What's the difference between her protesting with her titties out and Janet Jackson showing us a half a titty in the Super Bowl?
Well, according to the Oregon School Board, it says here that she's allowed to express herself in First Amendment right and the way she wants, as long as it does not happen during the school year.
That's not freedom of speech.
But what was the location that she was at?
Oregon?
She was across the street of the school.
Okay, so you know that if you are over there and you take a piss next to that school and get caught, you will get arrested for
indecent exposure.
Right, exactly. So if we, as men,
you have a sexual predator tag on your shit.
Thank you. I was just going to say that, Wally. If you can sell a dime bag across the street from the schools,
drugs or guns or anything near a school.
Yeah,
and then like Toby just said, if a male is taking a piss over there,
that's indecent exposure. Now you're going to be labeled a pedophile for the rest of your life.
It says here, parents are arguing that these activists and political protests should not spill over into the school environment, while others maintain the teacher has the same rights to express their freedom of speech in the way they want to, but as long as it doesn't affect the school board or during school hours. So she was protesting. She didn't lose she and the entire school saw her topless. Should she get fired?
There's a lot of kids that are rubbing out to Miss Johnson tits tonight. So
I'm not arguing about that. I'm sure she is. I think she made a lot of guys happy out there.
I need to see a picture. I need to see a picture.
Oh, good point.
I'll put in a group. I'll put in a group chat. It's censored. So
because I guarantee you,
they blurred out her chest and her face.
I don't need. They blurred out the face though. Yeah, if they blurred out the face, we can't do nothing.
No, I need to see a picture because I guarantee you, if she was some ugly, big, size 48 G, she'd have got arrested and lost the job. But because she's probably an ex Hooters girl.
No,
there, I just sent a screenshot.
Democratic state, so therefore this is.
She probably got pink hair, a couple of flapjacks dangling down by her belly button. Nobody wanted to see that shit anyway.
I just sent a screenshot to everybody.
Pasties or no pasties?
No pasties. She was completely topless. She was wearing a sweater. She was wearing a sweater because I'm assuming that it was cold. Yeah. See, you guys are all looking at it.
I mean, even though they have
the entire show. Literally, guys, I'm gonna tell you, the entire show stopped for like 2 seconds while you all looked at a pair of titties.
Okay, no, but I'm looking at it and I can understand quickly that this person is straight up feminist bitch, pain in the ass right here. Ain't nobody trying to look at them titties. Like just the look on her face would make you not want to care about her titties.
You could tell with it blurred out.
She kind of looked lesbian, right?
Oh, for sure. I ain't saying she's a lesbian, but I am saying she's lick pussy. Guaranteed.
Should she lose her job for her?
Ain't nothing wrong with a lick or two every now and then.
Should she lose her job for protesting topless in front of a school, the school that she works at as a mathematics
Let me ask
teacher?
You this: if a male stood out there and he took his pants down and his dong was hanging out,
oh, you're going to jail.
You got to write a note on your. You got to write a note on your dick. That's what she did. She wrote. She used her billboard, with your banner. She used her bodies.
Keith, it's Oregon. We'll probably get half a letter on our Johnson down in there. It's so goddamn cold.
Yeah, that motherfucker. If it was a dude, he's getting locked up. He's never allowed within 150 yards of a school campus the rest of his life.
And he got to live. And he got to live in a pedophile camp the rest of his life too.
Meanwhile, this girl, the bell rings. She zips up her sweater and she goes in and says, "Hey guys, let's talk about our times tables."
And fuck Donald Trump. He's Hitler.
All right, boys. Last thing I got before we go move into sports is I want to remind everybody tomorrow open carry takes effect. All right, so we got to be careful out there here in Florida.
Life is unpredictable.
And we got a commercial here, but it's tomorrow. Tomorrow we're gonna see people walking around in Publix, in Subway, in Firehouse Subs. We're gonna see people walking around with a gun strapped to their chest, flapped around their back. We're going to see this starting tomorrow.
To the wild, wild west. Watch out.
Raising new
Straight
questions
up.
on the public
Before you
and
get bum rushed.
Yeah.
and what is in West Palm Beach with what state leaders have to say. The ban on open carry has been struck down, as you know, and now we're hearing from Florida's Attorney General as local sheriff's departments are weighing in.
People have a right to open carry under the United States Constitution in this state now.
We're hearing from the state attorney general on open carry after a court struck down Florida's ban earlier this month.
People are going to be allowed to carry rifles, shotguns, handguns, sidearms, and have it out in public where everybody can see it. This starts tomorrow here in Florida. This makes us the 46th state to have open carry. In this world, is it a good idea to have open carry happen right now?
No.
I don't think so
And
either.
that's just my opinion. No.
But what I will say is that be careful out there tomorrow.
So this is going to sound weird, but when the NFL changed up the kickoff and they moved, the guys down by the 20-yard line and changed the way the kickoff, started the games and stuff. It looked weird. Like we wasn't sure. We didn't really like it.
Still is weird.
It is, but the more
But
you
it's good,
see
though.
it, the more
It makes
comfortable.
kickoff returns better. But go ahead.
Exactly. So just because we think it's going to look weird to see people carry firearms, does that mean that all hell's going to break loose and we're just going to be shooting each other? Like, I mean, how many states already have open?
46. We'll be the 46th state to have open carry law.
So I mean,
So we're 5 states away from being a full-on country that just walks around with guns showing. What I'm saying is be careful, because if you're carrying a weapon, an open carry, you might be a victim of someone who wants to take your weapon. All right,
reason
make sure you know how to use it. Make sure you know how to holster it. Make sure you know how to secure it. That's what I'm saying. Make sure not to get into an argument with somebody.
Another reason why we can't be invaded by other countries, because
46 states walk around with a gun on their hip.
Exactly. So, like, I don't know, man. We'll see what happens, man. I don't know, man. Is it going to look weird? Yeah, some dude walking down with a rifle, strapped around his back, and whatever.
Well,
I mean, it's gonna be weird.
Let me remind you. I don't know if you guys are all Florida natives. I am born and raised down in Miami. Florida used to be an open carry state back in the 60s, 70s, and 80s. I think it was the mid 80s, if I remember correctly. Someone can fact check me, but I think it was mid 80s where they banned open carry and went to concealed. And now, Florida has been this is not new for Florida. This has happened before in the past.
But it's new in an era of so many fucking insane people, and that's
Crazy
all I have
people
on the topic.
Well, that's why I'm saying make sure you know how to use your weapon, know how to secure it, know how to holster it, and remember that you could be a target of someone who doesn't have a weapon trying to take your weapon. So make sure
next week if
you're
we're
safe.
talking about, there was like 20 shootings that happened because they were walking on the street and got into an argument or road rage. Yeah, then it's an issue, and that's
we'll see what happens in 7 days from now, right?
We'll find out.
We'll see what happens in 7 days. All right, boys.
Me and Wally gonna go somewhere and get shot. Believe it. We talk a lot of shit.
Well, I think I'm gonna go buy me another AR-15.
I think you should.
Just in fucking case.
I think you should, and I think you should strap that thing to your back and just walk out the front door and go to your favorite Publix on Kelly Park. Oh, wow. You just felt good. You just felt some tingly on that one, didn't you?
Yeah,
Kelly Park Publix.
The hell of a Publix.
That's my fucking Publix. You know what? I'm having a problem with that fucking Kelly Park Publix now. It's so many subdivisions out there. If you like the time I get home from work and I stop by there, it might take 15 minutes to get out that damn parking lot. There's so much traffic.
It gets a little busy.
It's so much traffic on Kelly Park Road now.
It gets a little busy
over there. Is ridiculous. I don't know
what happened.
Going on.
The odor.
Oh
yeah.
God.
Oh yeah, it smells like someone took a piss all over the damn.
It's one of them nurseries.
Yeah, I know. There's a mushroom nursery.
Mushroom. That's what it was. Mushroom nursery.
Nursery that's close by. And for
all right,
man, it ranks.
It stinks so bad when we were over there. All right, boys, here we go.
And now it's time for the FLA Trash Talker Sports Talk.
Looking, he's going to heave one deep down the field. It's going to be to the goal line. It's going to be gone. It's a touchdown. What just happened? What a play.
Takes the snap. He steps up. He's all by himself. Fires into the end zone. Caught. Touchdown.
What is going on in the world of sports? Take it away.
All right, boys. Well, let's go ahead and break it in here with the biggest game I thought of the weekend, even though it really wasn't. But for us people that live in Florida, the Miami Hurricanes and the Florida Gators. I would like to hear a little bit of an explanation because, frankly, I thought the Miami Hurricanes were underwhelming in that game. I thought the fact that the score was 13-7 with 8 minutes to go in that game was interesting shit. Florida, if they had a competent head coach, a quarterback who knew what the fuck he was doing, I feel like Florida should have won that game. What do you guys think?
Let me know when it's my turn. Go ahead, Wally.
It's your turn right now. Be the Canes man and let me know.
All right. Me and my son was having the same talk, and me and another friend of mine was having the same talk. All us diehard Canes. It seems like Cristobal might have had something to do with the offensive coordinator because the defensive coordinator was on their ass all game. He never let off. But as far as offensive play calling, we went away from how we played in the first quarter. We didn't turn the heat back on until the fourth quarter. I think it's kind of like where we can whoop their ass if we want to. No, you dominate from fucking start to finish. In the first quarter and in the fourth quarter, we played very strong, where Florida looked like they was one of them high school teams the rest of the country is playing.
Well, Carson Beck threw the ball 30 times for only 130 yards.
Yeah, let me know they defense is not as bad. It's I think it's all the offense. What's the quarterback name? That dude Dagsby or some shit. He sucked.
Oh, Lagway?
Lagway, yeah, he sucked.
He's fucking trash. That's a 5-star bust right there. If you get you a 5-star, you got to develop him. Go ahead, Wall Raven.
Yeah. Well, I was just going to say only because of coaching. I mean, the end of last year, he looked like the 5-star recruit that he was. You know what I'm saying? Everybody coming into this year was talking about how Lagway was playing at the end of last season. So the coaching,
he was a Heisman favorite coming into the season.
That's what I'm saying. So the development by the coaching on the Florida staff has not brought him to the level. And as Florida State fans, look, I know what good coaching means because you could definitely see a difference in our team from this year compared to last year. I don't know, man. I don't want to sit there and it's so early in the year. I mean, Miami beat Notre Dame, who lost to Texas A&M,
but look better this week.
But struggled with Purdue. It wasn't like they were dominating. You know what I'm saying? They beat USF, who beat Boise State. Is Boise State any good? Florida obviously isn't any good. So no. I mean, and not to toot our Florida State's horn. I mean, we beat Alabama.
That's the only team y'all. That's the only team y'all played this year. Everybody else was
exactly. That's what I'm like, and we don't even know how good Alabama is. They struggle with Wisconsin.
What I will say in defense of Miami and Florida State on this topic, Notre Dame and Alabama both have extremely good defensive and offensive lines. Whether the rest of the team is problematic or not, it is what it is. But both teams are stacked up front on both sides of the ball. And in week one, Miami and Florida State whipped the piss up front out of those dudes. Mm-hmm. I mean, whipped the piss out of those physical football teams. So I think both teams are real, and they whipped the piss out of Florida up front this week as well.
I think it's going to be a great game next weekend because we both have strong O-line and D-line. Our trenches are solid on both sides of the ball, and so it's going to be a game of whoever fuck up.
And watching that game the other night, and I've said this to Florida fans since they hired this guy. I used to call him Bubble Screen Billy when he first got there the first year, because he loves just throwing those quick pop bubble screens over and over. And they got into a situation the other night where, what was it, 4th and 3 or something? Late in the game, it was 4th and 3 after they got that pick. They needed that first down. They had just gotten into Miami territory barely, and he goes for it. And what does he do? Bubble screen,
bubble screen.
And I'm looking at like, dog, what are you? This has been your deal the whole time, and it never did fucking work. I think he has a 460 winning percentage at Florida, which is 20th all time as far as Florida coaches go. That's just what a dumb fuck. But let's talk a little bit about what Florida State did.
Wait, before we. So do you think that was the play calling, or that's the skill set of the quarterback?
Well, I think, but he's been doing it with all the quarterbacks
because that's an easy read. I could throw a bubble screen.
Well, especially when you're playing a Miami team that's so physical up front, you're going to put him in a position behind the line of scrimmage to catch this pass, and then you're expecting him to go forward 3 yards. I don't think that's bright.
Okay, so Toby just called him bubble screen king. So you don't think Miami's defense was keen on it?
Of course they were. Of course
they were doing it all. They were doing it all fucking game too.
And they ate it up all game. I think how many first downs did they have in that game? It was very few. They only had 120 yards of total offense.
You know who else did a lot of bubble screens? Was Notre Dame.
Well, coming out the gate on you, they did. They were prepping that freshman quarterback up, and they just kept doing it. Miami kept popping it.
They kept trying to get him easy. They tried to get him easy throws to get him.
And Miami,
get him in the groove.
Like, keep doing it. Miami's DC was like, keep doing that shit.
And then
you know what? We got to win now because I give him 2 years, and he's going to get a head coaching position. The dude's nice.
The crazy thing about that Notre Dame game is, was it Love, the running back?
Yeah, Jeremiah.
Jeremiah.
He didn't even run the ball in the third quarter.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, man. Like they went totally away from their normal scheme of playing offensive football, man.
Shit, I don't even know if they was using him as a decoy and play action. They literally didn't start putting him in the offense until the third quarter.
I mean, so
I don't think he made a significant play until late third, early fourth.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I mean, they weren't feeding him the ball early in the game. It seemed like they were trying to get Carr more acclimated and get comfortable within the game, and it was a struggle from there on.
And by the time he got any footing, it was too late because Miami already put it on your ass. And well done, Miami. I'm not taking anything away from them on that.
Oh, no,
but,
no.
They're the ones that created that by taking that bubble screen shit away early.
What's up at number 10, Tony? This motherfucker, this boy here. Right there. You know who he reminds me of? For the life of me, I can't think of his name. What was the receiver that played for the Eagles?
Deshaun
Jackson? He reminds me of Deshaun Jackson, bro. Do you know he just turned 18 last week, Thursday?
Now, see, I remember Deshaun Jackson at Cal when he was at Cal, and he was kind of like that.
Yeah, he reminded me of Deshaun Jackson.
He's only he's
5'9". He's 5'9", fast as shit, and has an incredible vert.
But I think he's a little more physically tough than Deshaun.
Well, that because he come out of Miami.
Yeah, he's
I'm just saying.
Tougher.
He's a Florida boy. Just personally, he's a Florida boy.
Did you notice how much Beck was leaning on his ass though in that game?
That's every game.
Oh man, I feel like for us that's an opportunity, but we'll get into that next week. We got a lot. Next week's gonna be a whole lot of this. But let's get into this. What Florida State did. All the Miami fans I know are kicking my ass. So y'all didn't play nobody. Well, it doesn't matter. I mean, I think we know Florida State's a pretty storied program. It's had some great teams for a very long time. We had 8 rushing touchdowns in that game the other day. First time it ever happened in Florida State history. That team, I get we weren't playing nobody, but we are putting up points wherever we want to put them up at. I think Miami has to see us, right?
Not only that.
Yeah.
I mean, we're playing second string, third string guys, halfway through the second quarter.
Y'all was scoring with the third string. I saw that shit like, damn.
So, I mean, They can say whatever the fuck they want to say. We'll find out in 2 fucking weeks. That's all I can say. But I'm going to tell you right now, I think Florida State has the best wide receiver room in the country.
I actually agree with you on that.
Now.
I agree with you on that.
We have a Ruben Bain.
That's cool.
We got Danzy.
We have a number 3 and number 4. We have a number 3 and number 4 that's coached by the Gold Jacket, Jason Taylor. Okay.
You know, that really bothers the shit out of me as a Dolphins fan who hates the Miami Hurricanes. Seeing that motherfucker over there pointing at Bain and all that shit, I'm like, man, fuck that shit. Why you got to do me like that? This is like when I used to watch, and you used to too, when we used to see Taylor on the Jets.
Yes, that hurt.
That was painful.
Was that one? He only did 1 year. I think 1 year.
It still hurts. It still hurts. Yeah.
Well, we'll find out. I mean, as a Florida State fan, we will see what we really have coming this Friday. Going to Virginia, and playing that game.
Yeah, we can get into that right now too, and just go into that. I think that's going to be a real interesting look. Continue with your stuff. I'm with you.
Well, no, I'm looking forward to seeing us playing an actual ACC competition team, and see if what we've seen so far is real. You know what I'm saying? I mean, like I said, man, it's early in the season, man. Is Notre Dame any good? We don't know. Texas A&M, are they any good? Oklahoma just lost their quarterback for 3 or 4 weeks. I don't know, man. It was so early in the season to sit there and make these kind of predictions or thought process that we're the greatest in the country. But
and that Manning boy just garbage.
Yeah, I'm with you on that. That's the problem over there.
That's a lot of pressure, man.
Well, look, stay on track. When we're talking about this game Friday night, that's a house of horrors for us. I don't know if people remember. In 1995, we lost our first ACC game on the road at Virginia on a Thursday night. And Lee Corso and Kirk Herbstreit were doing the game. I remember that shit like it was yesterday. I was 16 years old and throwing shit. That's real. It was Rondé Barber and Tiki Barber that ate our ass up in that game too. Both of them was playing there. So tomorrow night or Friday night, they are wheeling back out the 1995 uniforms that they beat us in. I hope Mike Norville's slick enough to explain to them what those uniforms are representing. Because them kids wasn't even born yet. So they don't know nothing about that.
Shit, I would say maybe some of their parents was babies.
Yeah, they have a good offense, Virginia does. I think the defense we can light up, but they do have a good offense. They put up good numbers so far running the football. Their quarterback's good. They're going to present some problems that we haven't seen since week 1. I'll say that for sure.
Virginia is the ACC equivalent of the SEC Vanderbilt. They are sneaky good.
No.
Well, if he's talking about right now, Vanderbilt.
Vanderbilt's ranked. Yeah,
But Vanderbilt is good. Like every 6 or 7 years, they sneak in and beat a powerhouse.
That's kind of
and Virginia the same way.
And UVA is also one of those prestigious academic universities, so like it kind of fits. But they have a little bit better history than Vanderbilt. But other than
I was about to say Vanderbilt. I mean, Nick Saban was on as what said, man. The one team we never worried about beating was Vanderbilt, because Vanderbilt was so sorry because it was an academic school and they didn't have the athletes.
Until they beat him last year, right?
Well, but
Vanderbilt beat Alabama last year.
Yeah, and it was and Nick Saban said it earlier that week, before the game, because they were Alabama was playing Vanderbilt, and then Vanderbilt went out and beat them. But I'm not saying that Vanderbilt team now is anything like they were in the past, but
they're pretty good right now.
But their past history, they were. Probably the Duke of the ACC as far as football goes. But
yeah,
I give you Duke.
Yeah, that's fair. Well, it's tough for us to go up there on a Friday night with the world watching. That's trap game written all over it. So we'll see who we are. I know people won't give us credit for it even if we do roll them, especially Miami fans. They're gonna be like, "Hey, that's a hell of a win, buddy."
Well, the problem
that's coming.
I'm actually gonna be doing this fuck shit Friday night because I want y'all to win.
Yeah, I know you do. You want us? I was rooting for you against Florida because
it's
I
a
want y'all to be undefeated. I want us to be undefeated. And
yes. I can talk more shit. Y'all undefeated.
October
Take that
4th,
shit
right?
back to
October 4th.
2000s. Yeah.
October 4th, baby.
Yeah, it's gonna be a good
Saturday.
day. It's gonna be a good day when the UM wins.
Yeah, I remember last time I watched that game with y'all, we busted y'all's shit open. But
Yeah, that was what? That was 2 years ago. That was 2 years ago. All right, so
that was when I first met old Jay over there.
yeah, it's the first time you and I met. And I remember the first time I met. I walked into Wally's house, had no idea who you were, and some exciting play just happened. I don't even know what happened on the play. I don't even watch college football. And you came at me and you're like, hey, and you just were so excited about what happened. And then you walked away. Then you just walked away. And I was like, what the hell just happened? And then Wally comes over. Wally comes over and goes,
if I'm not mistaken,
that's my boy Toby. And I was like, well, that was a hell of an introduction. Jesus Christ.
If I'm not mistaken, the first time I met Toby, my Heat beat Boston. Is that correct? Or am I getting twisted?
Yeah, that was a bullshit night right there. Yeah, that was a bullshit night. Had better luck next time. That's all I could say.
Well, we'll see what's going to happen on October 4th. I have a feeling that there's going to be some redemption.
Hey,
redemption, UM, right? It's going to be all about you, right, Keith?
All about the U, baby.
Next Saturday.
Florida State has got to get past Virginia, man.
Yeah.
For whatever
Focus
reason,
on today.
Friday and Thursday night games for them have been not good. Not good.
Well, while I'm getting sloshed Friday night, because that's the night I get the most sloshed during the week. While I'm getting sloshed Friday night, I will be rooting for my neighbors. Probably gonna think I'm a Florida State fan.
I love it.
I like it.
I'm going to go to your house and hang a flag.
Moving on to the other games of the week for college, we've got LSU at Ole Miss. Undefeated LSU. Ole Miss is Ole Miss undefeated, or they got one loss?
Mm-hmm. No, they're undefeated.
Okay, both undefeated. Yeah, that's right. Because it's they're 13th. At Ole Miss, I haven't been that impressed with LSU, quite frankly. Lane Kiffin, I think he's
nobody.
Who they beat?
Nobody.
They
beat Georgia. They beat Georgia.
No, they beat Clemson.
No, they have not.
And they
no.
beat.
Oh, it was Clemson. My bad. It was Clemson. Clemson.
They beat
who
Clemson.
did Georgia lose to?
No, they haven't lost. Hold on. LSU is beating Clemson, who barely beat Troy, who lost to who they lose to?
Who, Clemson?
Yeah.
Clemson's now lost to Syracuse. They've lost to Georgia Tech.
LSU and Georgia Tech.
Yeah.
So how good is LSU?
I don't think that they're as good as advertised.
Ole Miss, I don't think has really beat anybody. I mean, it's early in the season.
Kentucky, nothing special over there.
That's what I'm saying. So
I'm looking to take Ole Miss in this one, though. I'm gonna put that on wax now. I don't. Jay, you have the standings correct
from last week,
just overall, because we are keeping them, right?
I have them all. Yep, all right here on my pad.
I'm just we're it's not time yet, but I just want to make sure.
Yeah, I was going to read them off before we get to our new picks.
Excellent. So I mean, I'm rolling with Ole Miss in that, but we'll write that down later. The biggest game of the weekend is Alabama at Georgia.
Yeah,
that's a fucking. I mean, that's as good as it gets, right? Other than what's happening next weekend. I think Alabama's got something for him. I think that quarterback got to learn a real tough lesson when he came to Tallahassee. So playing on the road at Georgia, I think he's prepared for the environment. I think he's prepared for the way they're going to get after him. And Bama gets back Jam Miller, their starting running back that they didn't have against us. I like Bama in this one, man. How you feeling, Wally? I know you got something to say.
I haven't been that impressed with Alabama. Georgia going up to Tennessee. I know it was a road game. You know, they got lucky at the end. I think Tennessee missed a field goal at the end to tie the game up to go into overtime. But for Georgia to go up there and get that win was a big one for them. Alabama struggled against Wisconsin. They haven't. I mean,
they didn't struggle against Wisconsin. Now,
yes, they did.
They beat on Wisconsin. Was it 31-3?
Yeah, it was late. It was late when they finally started scoring. I mean, Wisconsin was right there with them for a while. I don't know, man. It's part of me obviously wants to sit there and go, yeah, Alabama's great because Florida State beat their ass. But at the same time, I'm skeptic about Alabama, and I think Georgia, man, Kirby Smart.
I mean, I watched that UT Georgia game, and they pulled a rabbit out of their hat to win that game. It's not like they put it to UT. They should not have won that football game.
No, but they did. So I think that to me is I don't know. I think that's a big deal. I think they're in a better place than Alabama. I'm looking. Well, I guess we'll talk about it, as far as our picks go later on. But it's going to be an interesting game. I don't know. Keith, you got anything on that?
The Georgia game?
Georgia, Alabama?
I'm going Georgia. And Georgia not even impressive this year.
Well, they are at home. I don't think they've lost at home in like 3 years.
Georgia not impressive this year. When they played, who was that? The second game of the season, they fucking made me lose my whole ticket because they didn't cover the spread.
Tennessee.
Yeah, they didn't cover the spread. You can't count. You could never count Kirby Smart out. He's a genius, but I don't think he helped. Believe it or not, I think he's suffering from the same thing Nick Saban retired from. He can't sit there and coddle all the damn 5-star athletes now. They're across the board. So the playing field is a little bit more even.
I'll say this, roster wise, easy for me to say. Alabama has probably more 5-stars and 4-star athletes on that team than Georgia. But I think Kirby Smart is a better coach.
Mm-hmm.
I'll leave it at that.
Kirby Smart is a better coach. Let me see. I'm looking for the spread. Florida, I think you're going to see Florida's a 3.5 point favorite. Not Florida. I'm sorry, Georgia. Damn, this Costa Rican rum is pretty good. Georgia is a 3.5 point favorite.
That's about where it should be. I mean, you give them 3 points for being at home. That means it's really a half a point. So I think that's an even matchup, man. I think that's going to be a tight football game down to the end. And I actually think Bama's going to beat them. We'll get to that later more, but I think Bama's got this.
But that's crazy though. That tell you how sometimes these early season rankings is full of shit. Because how's a number 5 team going up against a number 7? I know they rivals. I understand they're rivals, but rankings don't mean shit. How you have number 5 is only favored by 3.5.
There should be no rankings within the first
8 games,
month to 6 weeks.
I'd say just let people play 5 games and then rank them.
Okay, there you go. That's fine. I'm fine with that because you don't really know what you have. I mean, until you start getting into, because you got all these cupcake games at the beginning of the season, and then. Well, you might have one tough game, but then you got 2 or 3 cupcakes after that. I mean, Ohio State hasn't played anybody since Texas. Who they played? Same people they always play.
But Ohio State gonna continuously be number 1 every fucking year.
Well, yeah. So I mean, I don't know, man. I think the rankings don't mean shit. As far as
it don't.
Kind of trying to say earlier.
There's no way number 5 team that's playing number 17 should only be favored by 3.5. Despite the rivalry.
But you're never going to get them to get rid of those rankings because of the simple fact that there's money involved in that. So,
it draws. It draws viewer. Look, Ohio State, Texas. At the beginning of the season, 1 versus 3, biggest game of the season. Never, blah blah blah. And everybody watched, of course. So, that's just advertisement money and everything. So, yeah.
Well, there's one other big college football game, and you got Oregon at Penn State. That's a fucking huge banger of a game right there.
Well,
it's going to be that all white shit too. They're going to all white the whole stadium.
White out. So, what makes that such a big game? I don't know much about college football. So, why is Oregon and Penn State the big one?
I think both are ranked in the top 5, aren't they? Wall Raven? I think it's
3 and 6.
3 and
Close
6.
enough.
So is this a game that I need to stop what I'm doing and watch just to kind of see what's going on?
Those two games are on at the same time. So unless you got two TVs, you got to pick one. So Bama and Georgia.
So unless you're at War Raven House. Oh, no.
My house. I got two.
Toby's got a couple out there. But out
in the living room, right? So I'd have to have one on the patio and then one in the living room. So I have to be going back and forth.
Right. But I don't know. I mean, how good is Oregon? How good is Penn State?
I think Oregon's absolutely elite. I think Oregon's.
I was going to say, I think Oregon going to take that one because I don't give a damn what going on. Oregon have a track team. You got to know how to keep up with them bastards.
I think Penn State, as always, is overrated, and I think Oregon is right what we see on paper. I think in my opinion, the 4 or 5 best teams in the country, Oregon's there, Florida State's there, Miami's there, Georgia's there, Alabama's there, and then Ohio State. Like that's your 6.
I've been saying for years, you stop Penn State tight end, you shut the whole fucking offense down. Every year they have a dynamic ass tight end.
Yeah, they lost the one from last year.
They have a farm, they have a farm.
He's on my fantasy team. But but I mean, Penn State was struggling with Villanova. So I mean, once again, and I've heard Penn State people say, "Oh, well, they haven't been trying to show too much because they're playing these mediocre teams, so they don't want other people to know exactly what they have." But dude, I think they were up 13-0 against Villanova in the first half. Like, really? If you're a top 1, 2, 3 team, I don't give a fuck. You're playing Villanova, you should be up 28-0 in the first half.
Villanova. My dog having technical issues like he's at the club.
Yeah, we got the flashes going and everything. Got the strobe.
I was trying to hook up some lights in here for this because I kept thinking like I'm never bright enough. So I was trying to set up some new lighting, and then I dropped the light. So well done.
But I mean, Penn State. I don't know, man. I don't know what Penn State is. Oregon beat the shit out of Oregon State last week, so I mean they got that coach fired. So, yeah.
I think Oregon's there at the end, man. I
like Oregon.
Yeah.
And again, okay, now here you go. That's a number 6 playing a number 3. It's a 3.5. Penn State favored by 3.5. That's what at home. So how the hell is that Georgia and Alabama 3.5?
I'm gonna tell you what. I'm gonna take the money line on that. I'm gonna take Oregon straight up. I'm gonna let that be known. I'm gonna have a nice little parlay this weekend.
You know why Georgia's only favored 3.5 against Alabama? Because Alabama's Alabama. The names, until they totally fall off, what Nick Saban's built up over there, they have that reputation.
But they're also loaded still with elite athletes, man.
Well, I just said they probably have the most 5 and 4-star athletes on that team. They're probably the most talented team in the country, Alabama. So I mean, I don't know. They both have the same point spread. So I mean, 17 versus 5, 3 versus 6. Yeah.
That's a big night of college football, though. I will be having both TVs fired up. I'm going to have me plenty of fucking beer.
Start at 12 o'clock. I think it might be
it's going to be a fire up the smoker at 11 day.
What you going to be cooking? That's what.
Don't know yet.
Well,
don't know yet.
Dude, don't know yet. Okay, I got a couple games here for you, man. You got USC at Illinois. Does Illinois bounce back? I mean, Indiana just whooped the shit out of them last week.
They got fucking boat raced the other night, dude.
Hold on, are they playing East Coast or West Coast? I'm looking for it.
They're in Illinois.
I was shocked to see how they just, dude. I looked up at
Indiana.
TV. Yeah, it was like 7-7 or something, and then I looked back because I was watching the other game. The Miami game is what I was watching, so I was really intent on watching that. And I looked up all of a sudden, dog, and they had scored 3 touchdowns like that. Like,
and Indiana whooped Illinois' ass.
Hey, I think that old boy Signetti or whatever his name is up there. I think he's actually cooking some shit up.
So, okay, rumor has it that if Florida gets rid of Napier, they're going after him.
Wow,
Signetti. So
I don't like that particularly because he's dropping the motherfucking hammer, buddy.
Oh, dog. Dog, what he did last year and what he's doing right now, that Indiana team is for real.
Yeah, he's dropping the hammer over there. That's they might actually compete for that Big Ten title while you're fucking around.
Oh.
Let me see.
Yeah.
It's a good team. What's the other game you were talking about? Because I like USC in that game. I think
I don't know. It's a 12 o'clock game, and USC not used to playing that goddamn early.
Yeah.
It's a 12 o'clock game in Illinois, but USC is favored by 6.5.
So if it's a 12 o'clock game, that means that's about 10 o'clock on their normal time. Them bitches are eating Cheerios.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah. They're not used to playing that damn time, man.
I don't know. It's going to be interesting. I don't know how good Illinois really is. I mean, after thumping like that, they still kept them in the top.
I mean, Bielema a good coach. He had them ranked in the top 10 prior to that ass whooping. But
I know.
Again, that's preseason shit, right?
Yeah, but what did he really do at Wisconsin, dude? I mean, like he went to Wisconsin, he went to Arkansas, and now he's in Illinois. I mean, he hasn't done really too much.
He had some fucking good teams at Wisconsin. What are you talking about?
Dude, he had great running backs that kept him in the games and some good defense.
He had that year with Russell Wilson where they were fucking very good, competing for a national title that year. They didn't get there.
But he had really good talent.
I can't wait till we talk about Russell Wilson later. Let's go.
Yeah, we'll get it's coming. What about Notre Dame at Arkansas?
That's gonna be a good one.
I think Notre Dame breaks it off in their ass. I think that team's washed.
Okay.
Arkansas just got beat by Memphis last weekend, dog.
Yeah, I know, man, but they were probably looking ahead to Notre Dame.
But Memphis is another sneaky good team.
Yeah,
Memphis will hang in there with you. If you fuck up, they will win.
So I mean, I'm just Notre Dame going to Arkansas. I think is a big deal. Like, how many times has Notre Dame been, down south, down here?
It's the Lou Holtz Bowl, right? It's the Lou Holtz Bowl.
Yeah,
he coached both of them.
Yeah.
I've secretly followed Memphis for a while. I got a cousin that played football for Memphis. So like his senior year, John Wall was a freshman. So I've been watching Memphis for a while, and they are secretly good.
Norvell came from Memphis. All right, I got two more games.
Little Ohio State at fine town.
One of the hottest cities ever been in my goddamn life. I'm about to die when I was in Little Rock.
Ohio State going to Washington.
That's
Anything to
tough.
worry about there?
On the road. For Ohio State going up there. That's always a tough place to play.
Yeah.
The Huskies, man. I hate the Huskies, boy. Them motherfuckers play tough no matter who they play.
Washington's got some talent up there. I think they're sneaky team that's going to give Ohio State some good competition. I think that game ends up being close.
I agree.
And then you have
that line's like 8.5, isn't it?
I don't.
Keith, are you still on that? I think that line.
Yeah, I got you. I'm just looking at it.
I'm pretty sure the line was 8.5. Obviously,
I'm pulling it up. I just saw it too. It's a late game. Look like
it's 3:30 game.
I just saw the game.
Ohio State, Washington.
Yeah, I'm almost sure it's 8.5. So that's, Vegas isn't telling you it's going to be a blowout. So that's a good sign for that one. I haven't watched any Washington this year, but I mean, Ohio State's absolutely loaded. I mean, they're fucking loaded. Period.
Auburn, Texas A&M.
I mean, will Auburn rebound from getting sacked 10 fucking times?
Ohio State is a 7.5 favorite.
Okay, the line dropped. It was 8.5 when I looked 2 hours ago.
So that tells you how close that game should be.
Man, UCF got a good game. UCF got a good game this week.
Yeah, Kansas State. They just beat the shit out of North Carolina too. So but Auburn going to Texas A&M. I think that's going to be a good game. I think Auburn's going to. I think they're going to keep it close. I think that should be a good game. Texas A&M. I mean, they beat Notre Dame. They look like they're a contender. We'll find out probably.
Good coach.
Yeah. So
I like what he's doing over there.
And then you got Indiana at Illinois. I mean Iowa. No. I'm sorry. Indiana's Iowa.
Bro, Iowa can't score still. It's been their curse for 5 years. Fucking
I know, but they're going to Iowa.
They're gonna boat race them. I don't give a fuck. They're gonna boat race.
Okay. All right.
Dude, that Signetti guy ain't fucking around, dog. We just talked about it.
What y'all think about Georgia Tech this year, man? Look, you think they for real? I'm glad they're not on our fucking schedule this year.
I think that Mario Cristobal's father, Brent Keys, is going to whip y'all's ass again and go play us in Charlotte for the ACC title. That's what I said. I said it.
we would meet them at the end of the year. They're not on our regular schedule. Thank God. Georgia Tech.
They're not on your schedule?
No, we don't play Georgia Tech this year.
Dodge them and
I don't fucking know, but we don't play Georgia Tech.
Motherfucker, you lucky son of a bitch! I thought you played them. Hey,
Georgia
that's Mario's
Tech
dad too. You know that's Mario's dad. He ain't being.
That's one of the only fucking teams that scared the shit out of me. We play Florida State. I think we're gonna win every time. But I don't give a fuck. When we play Georgia Tech, I mean, shit. And when Butch Davis coached North Carolina, I used to be afraid of that team too.
So Miami's got Hurricanes got Louisville, Stanford.
Oh God.
Easy.
Shit. What the hell just happened? They got Louisville, Stanford, SMU, Syracuse, North Carolina State, Virginia Tech, and Pittsburgh.
So once we beat y'all, it's a cakewalk. We walk into the ACC championship game.
Wow.
Weak ass schedule.
We got to do the Lord's work. That's bottom line. We got to do the Lord's work. Oh shit! Yeah, we got to put you down, bro.
No, they made our schedule heavy on the front end. The second half of the season is easy.
OU without Mateer is in big trouble, right, Jay? Wall Raven.
What's that?
OU without Mateer being down 4 weeks with that broken.
Oh yeah,
they can't survive that, right?
I don't. That defense.
It's great defense, but they've got Texas. I think they've got some tough. It's 4 straight SEC games they got to play without him. I don't see it.
No, they have a bye. Then they play somebody, and they're hoping to get them the third week. And I think the third week they play Texas.
Texas is in 2 weeks.
No, it's 3 weeks because they have a bye. Then they play somebody. I forget who they play. Yeah, so they have a bye this week. They play Kent State.
No. They don't have a bye this week. Oh, they do. And then they play Kent State, our favorite team from this past week.
Right. So they have a bye. They have Kent State, and then they play Texas. So they're hoping he's going to be back. And then South Carolina. You know, that's one disappointing team, man. South Carolina has been disappointing this year. I really thought that they were going to make some noise in the SEC.
That quarterback looked legit to me, but right now he's not looking that legit. And they had him possibly pegged as the first pick in the draft too.
Exactly.
And he's not living up to that.
So
what do you think about old boy from Oklahoma State getting fired after 18 years? I mean, obviously it was time. Do you think he's got another job in him?
No.
Come on. I'm a man. I'm 50.
Yeah, he's going to have to go to like Bowling Green or something like that and then come back.
Shit, Dabo next.
You think Dabo's on the ropes?
Dabo on the ropes, baby. That's why he been cutting up in the fucking press conferences because he knows he's on the ropes.
Yeah, he is talking some shit.
Well, that's only because they're spoiled, dude. Because before he got there, they weren't shit.
When a coach starts talking about all the shit he done did,
yes,
with
a motherfucker start pulling out all the receipts and shit.
But, I mean, I know, but it's sad, dude, because that dude has done shit, dude. Like I mean, do you think we'll ever see anything like Bobby Bowden or Joe Paterno or the dude from Oklahoma that went to Dallas?
Barry Switzer or whoever.
Barry Switzer, yeah.
I'll tell you what, no, and I'm going to tell you why. Because I think the job now is more – I think when we were growing up,
Lou Holtz.
It was harder to be an NFL head coach. I think it's reversed now. I think with all this NIL shit and everything the way it is, and you're dealing with kids that are different. These kids are not coachable and receptive like they were in the 80s, 90s, early 2000s.
I'm going to give you another element. At least in the NFL, you have to deal with the general manager. Yeah. And maybe if you got a very involved owner, right?
Yeah.
Motherfucking college, especially these big D1 schools, these powers, motherfucker, you got 100 boosters that has an opinion.
Yeah. It's a lot. It's a lot, man. It's a lot. And that's been Florida's curse. Like Florida's curse is they have these high expectations, man, and they've got big time boosters, them Gator dudes or bull gators, whatever they call them.
Man, them boosters direct traffic.
Yeah. And in this NIL era, they're so involved now because they're not just giving $100 handshakes and giving you a car on the side anymore. They're directly orchestrating it.
How much do you think Ruben Bain NIL deal is? It's not shabby, but it's not what I thought it was.
Well, do you know the answer?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you're talking about per year or total?
I'm thinking it's per year.
If you give me per year, I'll say
I don't know if it's per year or total. I don't know if it's per year.
I'll say he's making 65 per year. What you got?
65 grand?
Yeah.
What you say, Jay?
I was gonna say close to 100.
What you think, Jay? I know you don't know who the fuck Ruben Bain is, but just throw a number out.
I'm gonna say he makes
college football player. How much money is he getting paid?
1.2.
Oh, I heard they make up to like a couple $1 million with their endorsements and stuff like that. So I'm gonna say this. He's probably the quarterback. He's probably. I'm gonna.
No. Wait. The quarterback is getting. I think the quarterback has a $5 million NIL deal for 1 year.
So easily, this guy's making at least $400,000.
600,000.
Oh no shit! Oh wow!
Yes.
Oh wow!
Really? Okay. And I was the closest. I said 45.
Yes.
I said 400,000.
He has a $600,000 NIL.
Beginner's luck. Beginner's luck.
That ain't bad fucking money, dog.
Hey, for 600, you can convince me to play my senior year. I mean, while you're bullshitting.
Well, okay, so let's go back to Manning. Manning's making what, $5 million a year?
5-6 million, yeah.
And he's trash.
Do you have any drive when you're sitting on the bench? Do you have any drive? And that's the one thing
wait, whoa. You're talking about a kid that ate his Cheerios with silver spoons, gold spoons. Like this.
Still do.
Money ain't shit to him. Yeah, but money ain't shit to him. Money is not his.
But this is his money. That silver gold spoon that he was eating them Cheerios with has strings attached. This is his money.
Okay.
So I mean, does he?
I think he's exempt from that. I think you can point it at a lot of people, but I think he has. Okay, this may be the real problem though. Maybe he just doesn't have the drive that the rest of his family has in the first place because he certainly doesn't look like he has it.
But Eli,
I can say that. But I don't
Peyton and Eli wasn't broke. They had a fucking silver gold spoon also. Because
that's what I'm saying though.
Archie Manning was making top fucking money.
Archie raised them to be tough, mentally strong football players, so they were. I don't know if Cooper was raising his kids that way because Archie's Cooper's kid. He's not Eli or Peyton's. But I don't see the same fire and will to win in that kid. And I don't think it's the fact that he just got paid. I think that's just who he is.
Well, maybe. But that's the one thing that scares me about all this NIL money, man, and that's the one thing that the one thing I loved about college football compared to the NFL was, the passion, the tradition. You played for you. Hell, man, we knew everybody's name on the total team from top to bottom because they started out as freshmen and they worked their way up, and when they got their opportunities, we knew who they were. Now everybody's jumping
towards the end of some really good players' freshman year. You'd see him coming out and make a few plays, and it's like, oh, look at this motherfucker right here, dog. Like think about like Greg Reed at Florida State that one year towards the end of his freshman year. You were like, oh, whoa, look at that. Next year comes out, he was elite, and you just kind of follow that. Or Ramsey. If you remember Ramsey on the 2013 team, like he kind of came in later in the year, started making plays, and then he ended up being who he was. Mm-hmm. But that's what you were looking like. Oh, who's this freshman?
But you were able to follow him throughout the years. You know what I'm saying? And they stayed there. There was opportunities for them to leave, but if they left, they got the 1 year suspension, but they could still left, but they chose to stay there because of that was the team that they decided to play for, that they went there for a reason and they stuck it out. And now these days, man, it's like, oh, well, I'm not getting enough playing time. Fuck it. I'm going to go over here. Or I'm going to go over there.
Speaking of that, did you see the video of our freshman running back, Usman Kroma, this week?
No, I did not.
So I'll be fast, but
they interviewed him.
They interviewed him, and he was like,
Why he
"Yeah,
stayed?
dog." He's like, "You don't know how many people told me I was crazy, like crazy, to be going to
Mhm.
Florida State." He's like, "But I was like, whatever. I believe this man's telling me the truth, and it looks like he was."
Well, he
About
said
Norval.
he said everything that Norval had told him up to that point was true, and so therefore he felt like he was making the right decision because everything that he said
But that
was
gives me
happening.
hope, though, in a lot of reasons, that there are still kids out there like that. You know, when you see that, it's like, okay, there are still some young men out there that are ready to come in and fight. You know, and not so worried about the rest of it. But
Yeah, I'm sure there are, but man, it just makes it tougher.
let's get some NFL in here real quick. My man Keith brought it up earlier. Jackson Dart has been named the starting quarterback of the New York Giants, and Russell Wilson basically looked like shit against the Chiefs the other night, and that sealed his fate. I thought watching the game, what I thought was, so Scattaboo came in that
Mhm.
game when Tyrone Tracy went out, and you saw that Scattaboo, like, you were like, oh shit, this guy, there's something real here. This guy can play. So with Wilson playing that bad, I think management from the top called down on this one. I think they said, look, we've got the running back, we've got the wide receiver in Neighbors already. Put the fucking quarterback in there. Get it going.
Let me ask you this: do you know where Russell Wilson stands in in the stats as far as passing leaders in the NFL?
History?
No, right now and this year, we're
Are we
in
talking
the
about just
rankings.
yardage?
Yeah,
He's probably
It's
top
probably
four.
probably pretty damn good.
He's probably top four.
6.
Okay, close enough.
Yeah.
He's 6 in the NFL in passing yards.
Yeah, but yards don't necessarily win games if you're making a
Now
lot of shitty plays in
I'm gonna
between.
say, Neighbors don't drop many.
He made a lot of bad throws in that Kansas City game. Throws thrown to areas of the field where it was like, what the fuck are you doing, man? So I think management said, put our guys together. I mean, if you remember, we talked about it the other day. What's the best team we ever saw? I think it's the 92, 93 Cowboys. What made that team from get-go was Aikman, Emmitt Smith, and Michael Irvin.
Michael
So
fucking
I
Irvin.
think they're looking down and saying, look, we got our own blend of that right now. Put them on the fucking field and make them grow up.
But who on here thought, just halfway believe, that Russell was going to be the starter quarterback all season?
I thought 8 games.
Everybody that I watched on ESPN and all other networks forecasted like about 6, 7, maybe 8 games. But everybody knew Jackson Dart was going to be the starter before the end of the season.
The only thing that was going to keep him out of that job was if the Giants were sitting at 500 and they're 0-3. So,
all right,
bless you, Jake.
Thank you.
Does anybody does Cincinnati
that's
pick
ugly.
up the phone and call the Giants and say, hey, what will it take for us to get Russell Wilson right now?
I'll do it because they got your boy.
If they want to stay alive, man. If they want to stay alive, they got to do something because
Jameis Winston the third. Jameis Winston on the practice squad or some shit over there.
Browning is not the guy for Cincinnati.
Minnesota teed off on his ass the other day.
That's what I'm
flat
saying.
Embarrassed that Browning guy. So
and Cincinnati's got players on that offense. So you think Cincinnati picks up the phone and calls the Giants and say, hey, if you're going to bench Russell, we'll take him?
I think there's a decent chance.
Or do you think just Russell Wilson just fades away and just goes into the sunset?
Hey, there's other teams out there that might need to be looking at a quarterback too. So, I'm not thinking of them off the top of my head, but they're out there. And if they aren't out there, they'll be there in 2 weeks.
Somebody got to sign Russell. If not, goddamn Sierra be pregnant again by Christmas.
I got a team I got to ask about, man.
Go ahead.
Atlanta Falcons.
They got shit stomped by the Carolina. It was a shutout, right? 30-0.
Yeah.
That's Michael Penix got some splaining to do.
What the heck? They have all the talent in the world, man. They have they got 2 good wide receivers. They got tight end. They got running back. Like, what is going on with that offense, man? Like, why can't they get it together?
I don't know. They're 1-2. They're in trouble.
I mean, Carolina just put it on them last week, man.
I think Penix is a guy that nobody ever saw a superstar on him, but they thought maybe, right? But this might be the moment where we're thinking that maybe might not be the correct response. Maybe he's just not good because he damn sure looked like trash the other day.
I mean, we'll find out. I mean, but look, man, the Carolina quarterback,
Bryce Young. We said the same
Bryce
thing
Young.
about him, and he looked good the other day.
And
So,
then it takes time.
Oh my God, Carolina beat the shit out of
yeah, that's what we're talking
we were
about.
just talking about
30-0, buddy.
Oh yeah. Oh my God, that is insane. Carolina is probably worse than the damn Dolphins before that game.
Yeah,
but so I mean, I don't know, man. When it comes to these quarterbacks, these young quarterbacks, man, it's going to take time for them guys to get their legs. We'll see what happens, but I don't know. Cincinnati's they need to get a quarterback because that offense is too talented.
Hey, when you got a quarterback like that sitting, somebody's going to make a call. It's the NFL. Somebody loses a quarterback every fucking week. So, it could be someone else's turn. Hey, and I'm not saying I want it to happen, but if it did happen to Tua, I would say
just maybe,
Let me see. I don't want it to happen.
Hypothetically,
if it did happen, you can call Cincy, get Russ in there, and let me see what it looks like with a veteran quarterback that's a little more mobile.
Wait a second. Who's the backup quarterback for San Francisco?
Oh, Mac Jones.
Who? Mac
Jones.
He looks good. He looks good over there in San Francisco.
Yeah, but Purdy comes back next week, so
I know.
I didn't even know Purdy was hurt till I started watching the game. Like, who the fuck is this guy? That's not Purdy.
Man. Well, they were saying that they might actually start Mac Jones over Purdy because of how much
Purdy is so disrespected. Purdy is so disrespected.
He is. Be disrespected. Poor guy.
But Mac Jones, I mean, I don't know. I think he's got a future too, man. I mean, he could be the next, Geno Smith, fucking, Baker Mayfield. I mean, who knows?
Big J, what are our standings like, buddy?
All right. So last week we had the game of Miami and UF, and we all across the board said Miami.
That was a wash.
All right. Then we picked out Auburn and the Oklahoma. And Toby, Wally, and Keith picked Oklahoma while I went with Auburn. We went with Miami Dolphins and the Bills. The only person that picked the Bills was Wally. The rest of us picked Miami.
So dumb.
Next game was
we will not be applying the Dolphins to the game anymore.
The Chargers and the Broncos. Toby, you picked Denver. The rest of us picked Chargers. And then when you had the Lions and the Ravens, Toby, you picked the Lions. The rest of us picked the Ravens. Now
that was some bullshit.
This is what this puts us. Wally is the winner. Wally is the winner with 4 picks. Toby and Keith tied with 2, and that puts me on last with 3 picks, and that puts me on last with 2 picks, Miami and the Chargers.
That's last week. But what about for the season?
I've only lost one game.
I count that up in a second here. Let's see here.
Yeah. Damn, you gotta let me know what it looks like for the season.
I can get that for you guys next week. We only started this two weeks in a row.
I've only lost one game, so I already know.
We can. Don't worry about it. We'll tabulate them up next week.
Well, yeah, because last week, Wally got all 5, Toby got 2, Keith got 4, and I got 2. So I'm
the thing that pisses me off about our start to this game is the last year I lived with him, I smoked his ass for the season, picking every NFL game and college games, and now he's whipping my ass.
Before we go to our picks, I wanted to say something. Did you guys see Pat McAfee get into a Speedo and jump into the pool in Coral Gables?
Yes, I did.
So did you hear the story behind that? He decided he wanted to do this mid-show. So he's like, you got to get me a Speedo. And I was preferably one that says Miami because I'm going to be running for Miami. I'm rooting for Miami. This guy, they said, all we have is female bathing suits here. And he's like, well, you guys got to figure something out because I want to do this. So they're scrambling. They're about 2 hours in the show, 3 hours in the show. And they come up to him and say, okay, we found you some Speedos, but they're all black. The size that we have for you is the 34. And he's like, I'm a 37. So
that bitch was pretty tight.
He says that he runs into the porta potty at a commercial break. He puts on the Speedo. He said they're so tight
There's like, and he said he's sweating. It's hot and it's so tight, and he runs back and finishes the show. Then he starts to do his bit where he's going to run across the entire campus of Coral Gables to the pool. All right. He's saying that he's feeling the Speedo riding because of how tight and small it is. And right before he jumps, he opens his pants. He looks down and realizes I need to adjust because if I pull my pants any further down, everything's going to be showing. And then now you see him on the video of him actually live on TV, adjusting himself, putting everything back inside the Speedo right before he jumps in there. I thought that was pretty cool. Pat
there's not a gay bone in my body, but that shit was pretty tight. I said, oh, damn, Pat.
I know. That was pretty tight. That was pretty tight. And I thought that was pretty cool.
Though. Like the guy that went to the campus and exposed himself didn't go to jail.
but you saw, and I know you saw it, Wally, because you're a college game day fanatic. The young lady did it earlier too that day.
Yeah, she jumped.
Oh, she did the same thing.
Yeah,
she jumped. Yeah, she challenged Pat. That's why Pat really did it. Because she challenged, I don't remember her name, man. I forget her name.
I looked her up because she kept throwing. Yeah, she is beautiful. She kept throwing up the U, so I looked her up right afterwards to see if she went to UM, but she actually went somewhere in North Carolina, I think.
Yeah, she jumped off the diving board or whatever.
The diving board, yeah. Well, I also wanted to mention that I mentioned his name 2 or 3 times, and I tagged him onto our show. So maybe he'll take a listen.
Pat McAfee. He's got the best show on TV, man.
Hey, do you know? I found out before I say this. I realized as I'm watching the show, that's the reason why Wally loves Pat so much. They both was fucking kickers.
Yes.
That's why
they both wear clothes that don't fit.
You know what I like about Pat, man? He goes on the ESPN, man, and he don't give a fuck, man.
Oh yeah, he don't read the script. He don't read the script.
He don't care, man. He says what's on his mind, man, and I love that about him, man.
I saw a report today that college game day was at the second most views than viewers than any other one.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
All right, let's pick some games. We're almost out of time.
Back to you, Toby.
We got 6 this week because there was just so much good football. So I just went with 6 instead of 5. But hey, it's a bonus game, basically. We're going to go first out of the gate, Bama at UGA. I am going to go ahead before it all and take Bama. Roll motherfucking Tide.
I'm going with Bama as well.
I'm going Georgia. Georgia home.
Unfortunately, yeah, I'm gonna have to go with Georgia. I mean, I was recruited by Alabama, but I just think Kirby Smart's just that.
He's a genius. He's a genius.
Angry Bama by 4.
I actually played against Kirby Smart, so yeah, I got Georgia.
All right, LSU at Ole Miss. I'm gonna go and jump ahead and just take Ole Miss. See how y'all feel about it.
Hey, did LSU win last week? I don't remember. What did we?
Yeah.
What did we say?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, they won last week. Yeah, so I'm gonna go with LSU.
I'm going Ole Miss. I think I'm not impressed with LSU so far. I think probably LSU has more talent top to bottom. You know, as far as 5 stars and 4 stars. Brian Kelly there's something about him. I like Lane Kiffin. Oh, Lane Kiffin's got his show coming out tonight on I think it's a 30 for 30.
I didn't even know.
Yeah. Should be good.
All right.
All right, so Keith,
I'm going Ole Miss. You gotta go with the home team.
And then you're going Ole Miss, Toby?
Yes.
All right.
Oregon at Penn State. I'm gonna go quack that shit. Give me the Ducks.
Which are the
Oregon Ducks.
Oregon. For a second, I thought we were doing the Mighty Ducks there for a second.
Nah, that's the bite.
When does the Mighty Ducks go to get into the NFL or to the college football?
That's the goddamn sound bite right there.
That's sorry.
Was it the Penn State Nittany Ducks?
Oh shit! Oh shit!
Wally, who you got?
Oregon. I got Oregon.
Like more Ducks. Okay.
Quack, baby.
Quack quack. Okay.
Quack,
Oregon.
quack, quack, quack. I think
What
they're
time
gonna
is
be
that
too
game?
fast.
Does anybody know
And
what
I
time
went
that
Oregon
game
It's
is?
as
on the
well.
same time as Bama and Georgia, dog.
Oh, okay, so it's 7. Okay. I
I
was
think-
worried about
I-
Oregon playing an early game. Okay,
I think Oregon too damn fast for Penn State.
Same.
All right, I went Oregon as well. What you got
Franklin's
next?
gonna blow that game up.
Eagles at Bucks.
Oh, fuck,
Oh
come on,
shit!
man.
Damn.
Moving on to the NFL.
I just went ahead and went with Bucks.
Fuck that. Hold on.
All right, Eagles and Buccaneers. You got the Bucks. What
I took
Wally,
the Bucks.
talk to me, dog.
I bet on this shit, so I know how to look at the game and kind of forecast it. So let me go to see what the line is.
I gotta go Philadelphia. The only reason why is Tampa Bay's offensive line is hurt. They've got reserves on the guards and tackles positions. I think Philadelphia's defensive line is too strong. I hate to say it, I think Philly goes in and Tampa Bay and wins that game.
You say you going Bucks, Jay?
I went Bucks.
It's okay. Both teams 3-0, so somebody got to walk away 3-1 this game, right? Somebody gonna walk away undefeated. Eagles are favored 3.5. But god damn it, I can't talk out the side of my neck like I said early in this show that I really like my man.
Baker Mayfield's a shit, dude. I
can't count Baker out. Baker gonna fight to the end, dog.
I know he is. That's what I love about him.
And that old motherfucker they got catching the ball don't drop shit either.
I don't know if Mike Evans is playing.
He's out.
Yeah, he's
Oh, tighten up. Whoa, time out. Let me go back. Mike, I still say because he got other weapons than Mike Evans. I'm still gonna go Bucks.
Bucks. And then Toby.
I got to go Philly without Mike Evans. If they had Mike Evans, I was going to take Tampa. And Baker Mayfield's my favorite player in the fucking league right now, bar none. I love that son of a bitch. I don't know how the Miami Dolphins allowed that to happen. Oh, I know why. Because we paid Tua sorry ass.
Yeah, that's what it was. That's what it was.
But yeah, I'll go with Philly against my better judgment of wanting to pull from it.
I want the Bucks to win so bad. Baker Mayfield, like I said.
You know what? Fuck that shit. You know what? Jay, give me Tampa, man. Fuck that shit.
That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about right there.
Give me
That's
Tampa.
what I'm talking about.
Give me Tampa for Baker.
Oh,
Find me a player
shit.
and have 4 straight motherfucking game-winning drives to start a
Oh
season.
shit, we got a doubleheader Monday. Thank God.
We do.
And the Dolphins play the first games. I mean, I can watch the whole game.
I think they both start at the same time or within 30 minutes to each other.
Within an hour. Dolphins hour. Dolphins at 7:15, and the Broncos gonna beat the shit out the Bengals at 8:15.
Yes, sir.
All right, what we got next?
Colts at Rams. I'll let y'all start this one off.
Rams, sorry. I'm going with the Colts.
Indiana Jones, dog.
Yeah, Rams overrated.
I'm JG. Indiana Jones.
That'd be the Colts.
There you go. Good job.
I don't know why that has anything to do with each other, but all right.
Well, because their quarterback's name is Daniel Jones, and they just got him, and they're calling him Indiana Jones because he's going off.
Okay. All right.
Yeah,
Oh my
Dude,
God.
I have to go with Indy, dog. I mean, I got the damn
Indy
tight end,
I get
running
it now.
back. I mean,
Give me the Rams, sir.
kicker.
I don't want
Rams.
shit. I'm taking
Got you.
Rams.
Hey, real quick,
I went
side
with the
note.
Rams. I went the Rams myself.
Side note, because my son said this earlier this weekend. I said, boy, you are 100% correct. Does that show how bad Richardson is? That all they did was bring Daniel Jones, who they pretty much wrote out the NFL.
Yes.
And
The answer is yes.
And Indy looked like a whole different fucking team.
Yeah, Daniel Jones is legit, but yes, AR-15 was trash.
Talent. Well, okay, so think about the coaching he came from, Billy Napier. All right, and you saw what Lagley did from last year to this year.
Undeveloped.
AR only played 15 games in college. I mean, he hasn't really had a
look. It's real hard to take a quarterback and start developing the league. Maybe if somebody gets a hold of him, they can turn him into a quarterback in 2 years.
I think,
but it ain't happening right now.
No, it's not going to happen right now. But I'm not giving up on that on him.
But
I think he's
the problem is with a quarterback like that, 2 years from now, he's older. He's not as fast. So,
but he's not taking any hits either. So
good point.
Anyways.
Last game,
last one.
Ravens at Chiefs.
Mm.
This is
I went
spicy.
Ra- I
You
went-
know this
I went-
game
I
is
went-
1 and
spicy.
2, right?
I went
They're both 1 and 2,
Ravens.
Yep.
I went
They're
Ravens.
both 1 and 2. One of those teams is going to have to come out 1 and 3, man. Is Worthy back?
Don't know. I think he should be because he was almost cleared last week.
Gotta love dead air. All right. So I went with Ravens because I hear that the Kansas City Chiefs are no good. And I still think that Kelsey Travis is all boggled up and gaga all over what's her name? Swift. So
I'm going Ravens as long as the motherfucker can hold the ball. Derrick Henry can keep from fumbling. Their defense can't stop him from running the ball.
Yeah, but Baltimore's defense can't stop nobody right now. They're losing. They're one of their best defensive linemen is out. Their linebackers out. They can't right now cover anybody.
They can cover Kelsey. Everybody covering Kelsey this year.
Which is weird because he's dropped weight. He's actually lost weight and he's
But
in better shape than he has been.
But
in 3 years.
the bitch old is Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah, but it don't matter. I mean, he still can move around. Problem is he can't. He's had a couple drops. Oh God, it's at KC, right?
Yep.
4:00 game too.
I'm gonna have to go.
It's hard to go against Patrick Mahomes. But I'm telling you, can't nobody stop Derrick Henry right now. Derrick Henry's stopping himself.
KC.
All right, KC.
Nah.
That's a good 4:00 game. I'm gonna be locked in on that
All
one.
right, so KC,
Yeah.
you locked in?
I can't.
All right, Toby, what you got?
Give me the Ravens.
All right,
Quote the Raven nevermore, motherfucker.
All right. So
I mean,
we have
Lamar
our picks.
Jackson's my fantasy quarterback, so I mean, I hope he does well, but I don't know, man. This KC, I don't think they can lose that many games this early.
We have our picks for this weekend, and that brings us to the end of our show. This is the FLA Trash Talkers, where it's time to do some final words. All right, what you got for us, Toby?
Man, good show. Appreciate y'all coming out. Let's get into Friday night. Let's get us a win up in Charlottesville. Go Noles.
Negative. All right, what you got for us, Wally?
Yeah, I mean, I'm excited about Friday night, man. Go Noles.
Oh yeah, who they playing?
Everybody, Virginia.
Virginia. That's right.
Thanks for everybody who listens to the show. Appreciate it. Just be safe out there in the world, man. It's a crazy world, and don't believe everything you hear on social media.
Don't believe the hype.
Good point. What you got for us, Keith?
Oh man, thanks everybody for riding with us this Wednesday. It feels good to be finishing the show at 8:00. If the Dolphins lose this fucking Monday, I'm here to tell you I'm retiring all my Dolphin shit this week.
Well, that was going to be my caveat question when it was my turn.
We shouldn't lose to the Jets. I don't give a damn how sorry we are.
Well, they're both 0. They're both 0-0. So somebody has to come out 1-3. So, they're both 0-3. One has to come out 1-3. So who's going to be Dolphins? Am I going to get to wear my Dolphin shirt on the next show, or am I going to burn everything?
Which is a tie.
We're going to tie the game.
That Jets defense is good.
Keith, we'll see if we'll be burning everything on Monday
I'll
night.
tell you, if the Dolphins lose to the Jets, I am retiring for the season.
Hey,
right,
is Fields coming back? Sorry.
No, you're good.
I haven't heard yet. It's just the day. Wednesday, you start to learn all those lessons. Yeah. Wednesday and Thursday.
All right, and I'm JG, and this is the FLA Trash Talkers. Thanks for hanging out with us on Wednesday evening. We will see you next week. Let's get the hell out of here. Let's go Knowles. That's the first time I'm actually saying that.
Go Knowles,
guys,
goddammit.
Thanks for hanging out with us tonight, and we'll do it again next week. All right, boys, let's get the hell out of here.
And that's it for today's episode of the FLA Trash Talkers. Thanks for hanging out with us today. If you had fun listening, we're doing something right. So make sure to hit that like and subscribe button And make sure to share the show with all your friends. New episodes are live every Wednesday from 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. on YouTube, and you don't want to miss the next show. You can watch all of our shows on YouTube. Just search for the FLA Trash Talkers podcast. Until next Wednesday, the world is hectic, so don't take everything so seriously. Don't get so offended, and keep talking trash. We'll see you on the next episode.